had life insurance. So even after he was gone, he was still able to provide for us. And that's why I have life insurance for my family. Ethos.com. They make it fast and easy to get covered. It's 100% online. You get a quote in seconds. And you can apply in minutes. You get covered the same day.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required. Rates may vary.
Don't miss the latest episode of the Blue Review with me, Greg Bergman, and Marcus Grant, talking all things Dodger baseball. Be part of the ESPN LA Blue Crew, 6:30 a.m. on the ESPN LA YouTube channel.
Hey, everybody, it's Cap. I'm here with Angie from Angelica's Insurance. Every team needs a strong defense, and when it comes to protecting what matters most, they've got you covered.
That's right. From auto and home to renters, business, and life insurance, we built a game plan tailored just for you.
And if life throws a penalty your way, like a DUI, for example,
we got you. We specialize in DUIs, SR22 coverage, getting you back on the road fast and affordably. Visit angelicas-ins.com or call 1-888-717-0773 for your free quote today.
He's the son of a school teacher and Navy veteran who built a company worth billions and walked away from it. Tom Steyer, pledging to give away half of everything he earned to charity and fight for Californians. So when out-of-state corporations weren't paying their fair share of taxes, Tom Steyer led the fight for Prop 39 and won, making sure no one takes advantage of California and gets away with it, and earning California billions of dollars for our schools. Tom took on big oil to stop them polluting our air and water and smashed them. Tom fought for free school lunches, so no child goes hungry while learning. Tom Steyer, strong enough to take on the special interests crushing us with the cost of living. As governor, Tom will stop Wall Street from buying up middle-class homes, lower utility rates by 25%, and ban corporate PAC money from polluting our politics. Other politicians talk, Tom Steyer gets it done.
Ad paid for by Steyer for Governor 2026.
The NFL schedule dropped, and it's time to settle up. There's road trips to plan, hotels to book, tickets to split, tailgates to cover, scores to settle, all the things for the season. But now, when you send $10 or more to a friend with PayPal by May 28th, you could win 2 tickets to every home game of your favorite team. Yep, the whole season. Visit paypal.com/P2P sweeps. No purchase necessary. See website for details, including how to enter by mail. Brought to you by PayPal, official peer-to-peer payment sponsor of the NFL.
Okay, class, let's begin.
Psst, love your boots. I just sold a pair like that on eBay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it took like 2 seconds to list, and they sold almost immediately. I've been selling everything lately. Some chunky boots, a faux fur coat I never wore, and a vintage chair that was more of an expensive clothing rack.
You know, I actually bought these on eBay. Wait, are you Kitty Sell Stuff from Brooklyn?
Okay, quiet, please.
Find what you love. Sell what you don't. eBay. Things people love.
Here we go, Rams Super Bowl champion DeMarco Farr, Sweet Tea, Travis Rogers. Monday afternoon, the 18th of May, 2026. I'm a Chivato. The No Stress Sports Talk Express. Are you ready to find out what DeMarco did over the weekend? How about what Sweet Tea got into? And of course, the Dodgers blowing away the Angels all weekend long.
Why don't you shut up?
And will Travis have a chuckle on the latest rodent at Angel Stadium? Plus, of course, LeBron and the Lakers. And the Dodgers get ready for the Padres tonight. Oh, those gutty little Padres.
Oh.
All of that, plus producer Laura, Young D, producer DeAndre, the social team in the back, and you. Let's do it for your afternoon drive. The DeMarco and Travis afternoon show. Your Monday afternoon right now.
Yeah, baby.
Yo!
All right. Am I going to have a chuckle about the rodents at Angel Stadium? He knows me too well. He knows me too well. I couldn't wait. Well, Marcus comes in. We're having our little meeting today.
Yeah.
He's got raccoon stories and everything
else.
What
happened to you? I apparently have a raccoon that's getting into my backyard at night, apparently.
What is he or she doing?
Well, the reason we found out is because he or she is pooping like right next to one of the apple trees in the backyard.
You have apple trees?
I have an apple tree, which is great.
Fancy.
Yeah, it's kind of nice.
I like that.
And so my wife was out there doing something in the backyard. She comes back. She's like, there's poop outside. What's raccoon poop look like?
Raccoon
scat. Yeah, what does it look like? It sort of looks like dog poop a little bit.
Okay.
It looks a little bit like dog scat. Maybe a little bit smaller.
Okay.
But I'm like, okay.
Little dog. Are they eating the apples?
I think there were a couple that had fallen on the ground, and I think they're sort of eating those. Yeah. And I'm like, 'cause I'm looking at it, I'm like, it's not cat, right? Because like that would be buried. It's not dog because it's a little bit smaller. Like, I don't think there's a pet. So just a quick Google search, and my inner crocodile hunter is like, oh, I think it's a raccoon.
You looked up a picture of
I basically looked up, I just sort of like, hey, I Googled.
Why we invented the internet, just for that reason.
I'm telling you, that sounds fun.
What looks similar to dog feces? And obviously it was happening in the middle of the night, right? So I'm like, what is a nocturnal animal? So I'm like putting these things together, and I'm sleuthing it, and basically came up with possum, raccoon. So I guess it could be a possum potentially.
Could be a possum.
But I think it's a raccoon.
Do you have a dog?
Oh, I do not have a dog.
Okay.
And my neighbors have a dog, but like,
well,
the way the fence is,
reason I
getting
asked
in
about
there.
the dog is when I lived in Arcadia, we had a backyard that had fruit trees, like you're talking about. We had lemons and avocados and I think grapefruits. There was fruit trees back there. And we had a dog, and the dog would go all over the backyard, but the critters come to eat the fruit off the trees, right? And so we let the dog out the back one day to go out and to use the bathroom or whatever it is, and he cornered a possum in the back of the yard, and the possum tore his toe off of his
those things are mean.
Trying to get away?
Like trying to get away.
Yeah.
So we take the dog to the vet because the dog's paw is all messed up, and the vet basically
tore the dog's paw.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. This is getting good. Okay.
So the dog had an injury to one of its, I don't know,
You got
claws.
beat up by a possum?
Yeah. And so
those things are mean.
We don't know if the dog got caught in the fence trying to get the possum, but the dog got hurt.
What kind of dog are we
It was
talking
a
about?
Gordon Setter, which is like an Irish Setter, but instead of
look that
red,
up.
it's black.
Can't be losing the possums now.
It was so he got his toe all kind of jacked up. So we take him to the vet to get squared away, and the vet's like, we can kind of stitch. He goes, but honestly, I think the best thing to do is just kind of take it off, and the dog won't know any day. It'll be all good. So okay, fine.
That's
go ahead.
a gorgeous dog.
But not like a butt kicking dog. That's not going to scare me if you're walking down the. But
but they're big. That dog's 90 pounds.
Okay, that's a big dog.
It's a big dog.
Good sized dog. Yeah.
Okay.
So
I have to change my opinion on possums.
The dog gets its. So we take it to the vet, and the vet's like, yeah, we're going to take the toe off, basically.
Oh, poor dog.
That's just, and he's like, no problem. So the dog's in the surgery, I guess, if we're calling it that, for a little longer than you might think. And the vet comes out and says to my dad, and my mom was the one that was closest to the dog. My mom was crazy about the dog. My dad was, he liked the dog, but it was my mom's dog. And the vet's like, well, there was a little bit of a problem. My dad's like, uh-oh, here we go. He's like, well, we took the toe off, the toe that was injured off, but the problem is we inadvertently removed the wrong toe.
No.
So we had to take 2 of them off.
Oh no!
Oh, wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my
So the
God.
dog, instead of having
How
4,
do you mess that up?
Good question.
How do you mess that up?
So instead of having 4 like this one was supposed to go. So it took the 2.
Oh,
So he had like a little pitchfork in the front.
Oh.
And the guy's like, I'm so sorry. So, obviously this is our mistake. We would like to offer this
Oh,
pet
Jacob.
and everything else. That, free veterinary care for the rest of this dog. My dad's all, sold.
Oh,
we're good to go. Like,
hey.
He was like Kramer in Seinfeld.
That's right.
Like, we'll give you free
Poor
coffee
dog
for
gave
life.
up his toe.
Yeah.
Oh, my
so
God.
the dog
Just
gave
cost
up
them
2
an
of his
extra
toes.
toe.
That's a good deal, though.
2 of his toes.
So your wife didn't encounter the raccoon. So this is still speculation.
Yeah, we have not seen it because whatever's happening is happening in the middle of the night when we're
okay.
sleeping.
I thought you said she
we're
saw
just
it. Okay.
no. She just we've seen the evidence that the raccoon has left. Whatever it is left behind.
Do you trap? Do you how do you
So-
mitigate your?
If this thing
varmints?
continues, I think that might have to be the thing. So in the short term, I'm just trying to clean up, keep any old rotten fruit off the ground.
Yeah.
Are you a dog person? Get a dog.
I'm okay with dogs. My wife not so much.
Okay.
So
But we have an orange tree.
Yeah.
Everyone behind us, they come and they eat the fruit.
Yep.
Except in our yard. Well,
Because you got a dog.
We have a dog, and there's
Mhm.
scents everywhere. That doesn't come in there. But raccoons can be gangster.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, they're territorial. Like, they've been here longer than you.
Yeah.
Yes.
I hit one square in the forehead with a dirt clod, and it did this, Trav.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Right? Like, that ain't gonna get it.
Like, that's all you got.
That's all you got.
I think I saw one once just walking down the street. And it was eating whatever, and it stood up arms out, just tried to bow. I'm like,
Yes.
I don't want
Gangster.
your rotten fruit or whatever it is.
Yeah.
You'll go on about your business, but he bowed up on me.
Yeah.
What
They
are you
square
doing?
up, bruh. They square
They
up.
really
Yeah,
did.
and there's always
Pretty
more
gross.
than one. Yeah,
Pretty gross.
yeah.
Good
Funny.
weekend for you, other than the lousy fight that you watched.
I ate at Sizzler For the first time in 40 years.
Still great, isn't it?
I ate at Sizzler in Carson.
Did you get the Malibu chicken?
No, I got the ribs.
You didn't do the buffet?
The ribs?
They were there. I'm like, let me just try the ribs.
Riblets?
Right.
Riblets?
They didn't look like what was on the menu. That's number one.
Okay, next one. Did you finish them?
I did.
Okay, then they got to be okay.
I had no choice. I mean, they're like this big. But
okay.
so my dad, it was my father's birthday.
Happy birthday, Mr. Farr.
He's 79. So he was, what do you want to do for your birthday? Let's go to Sizzler. And we're like, huh? But he goes,
where is there a Sizzler?
In Carson.
Okay.
Right by the IKEA and that big Target.
Okay.
I didn't even know it was there.
Okay.
There's that one. There's one, I think, in Torrance. I think there's still one by the Forum.
There is.
There's one by the Forum.
Yes.
I know that because I've caught an Uber from there many times because it was just easier.
Just pick me up at the Sizzler.
Easier.
Yeah.
When's the last time you ate at a Sizzler?
College.
And?
Can't remember.
Oh, it's probably been
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Love
I knew
it.
Funchy'd be there.
Funchy.
What did you order?
I ordered a steak and shrimp, yes, and I got the taco bar.
Yeah,
I'm here.
There's
the
tacos.
That's right. The
buffet's
Sizzler had
still
a
good,
taco
man.
bar.
Yes, sir.
Taco bar.
With the hard shell and everything.
Yes.
As everybody knows, when you want good tacos, the Sizzler is the first
Right.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. All you can eat shrimp.
It was all right. It was cool. We caught a bunch of graduation parties.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was cool. It was fun. We sang happy birthday.
Was it crowded?
Yeah, completely.
This
a
is the
bunch
thing
of
I don't
graduations,
understand
yeah.
about a Sizzler. Like, every time I'd ever gone to one, it was packed. Why are they gone? They were always
no idea.
crowded.
Yeah, I have no idea.
All you can eat shrimp, maybe.
It was
Where my
Okay,
missus?
but let's talk about this.
Yeah.
Those all-you-can-eat shrimp.
Are teeny.
There's like barely half of those don't even have a shrimp inside of them. It's just all the breading.
There's a couple.
Yeah, right. Of course I'm right. There's no shrimp in there. There's no shrimp, because they're so small you can just kind of pop them in your mouth,
That's
right?
pretty much what we
but
did.
if you bite it in half, you realize
It's all
there's
breading.
not a
nothing in
shrimp
here.
in this
I
thing.
nothing
peeped that
in
out.
here.
And the steak was about, yay big. It looked
Yeah.
like a candy bar.
Yeah, did you get the ribeye?
Nope, I got the ribs. They got all the steak. I don't know what they had.
Oh, that's right.
And
that's
guess
right.
what was on the only TV in the building? And it was it was great watching while you were eating.
What time of day was it? What
This
day of the week?
was my nephew had a basketball game 3:30, 4 o'clock
On Saturday?
on Saturday.
3:30,
We
4
talk about
o'clock.
this all the time.
Golf.
Nope.
Law and Order.
Nope.
Oh.
Nope. Women's college softball.
Oh, the best.
It was
all
a
right.
blast.
Yeah,
it was
it's
an
the best.
It was an absolute blast. There you go.
You don't need to sell me.
There
You know I love
We
women's
had a
softball.
blast. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
no, that's super fun. Is my scalp still crispy? Like, is it kind
No,
of
What did
pink
you
and
do?
red?
I know,
A little
you
bit.
look all right.
You
It
mentioned
is a little red. Just
You
a
are.
tiny
Why
bit.
are you laughing?
The question is my scalp still crispy.
I was out in the backyard
Wait.
all day Saturday.
Look down. Good Lord,
Now
Travis.
you could see it.
Woo!
Yeah.
You
So,
look like a turkey.
dude, I burned the you-know-what out of my scalp, and I'd forgotten how bald I am. So I didn't realize that the top of my head could get as burned as it is. Like, washing my hair and combing my hair, it's agonizing.
I was saying
You're in
put a
hat
hat on, but the
territory.
hat probably is going to, irritate the
yeah,
thing,
I
right?
should have had a hat on when I was outside.
You got to wear a
Yeah.
hat now, bro.
Dude.
Yeah. But what did you do?
Dude, we were over at Susan's mom. We had a party and all that kind of stuff. So
yeah,
and I was out in the backyard just chit chatting on, having some drinks and eating. We had a taco guy. It was a very, very nice party. But I was out in the sun and I got home and we pulled back into the driveway and I got in the, because I was outside sweating and all this stuff. So I'm like, I'm gonna jump in the shower. That water hit my head.
Oh, God.
Man.
That's painful.
See, back in the day, turf burns.
Oh,
On that
yeah.
asphalt. Oh, my God. Showers were the worst. But I feel you. See, Laura, this is what I mean. I am not interested in direct sunlight. For that right there.
You're not wrong.
That right there, yes.
You're not wrong.
Put something over me. Yeah.
Yeah, I need a canopy, a hat, a sombrero,
like
something.
an indoor plant now? Like, just
I like to be outside. I like being on the beach, but just as long as I'm not sitting directly in the sun because of that.
Sun.
Yeah.
Get some sun, baby. You just got to put sunscreen on. You got to do
You need
it
the
right.
vitamin D from the sun.
Of course.
Yeah.
But I'm with, I'll step out, step in,
Yeah.
step out, but I'm not burning my head. That looks painful, Travis.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah. I'm not going to pretend. I'm not going to give you that. It's not that bad. It is. It's actually probably a little worse than it actually looks.
Get some aloe vera. I
Right.
have some for I actually have some if you want some. It's very soothing.
So I say
The
that,
aloe
like
vera is a nice
Yeah.
some like
sun
cocoa
remover.
butter or something like that. Something like that just to kind of moisturize a little bit.
See, this is how dumb guys are. If we were in the locker room, we would take turns hitting him on the head.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah. I feel like if we were in a locker room, I wouldn't have shared that with you. Yeah, I would have kept that to myself. All right, Dodgers had a very successful weekend in Anaheim.
Yeah.
They beat all three of them, all three of those teams, I should say. He looked very good. We'll talk about all of that. And Greg's going to hop in here, too, for a little first pitch. That's coming up in just a second. Top athletes, big moments. One night, we're talking OC Sports Awards, hosted by yours truly. I will be hosting June 18th at Angel Stadium. You can celebrate greatness and be part of one of Orange County's premier sports nights. Get your tickets right now at theocsportsawards.org. That website again, theocsportsawards.org. Sasaki finally looked like the guy we've been waiting for. That's coming up next. It's DeMarco and Travis. Marcus is here on a Monday on 710 ESPN.
The personalities you know.
In fairness, they did draft his son. They did trade for Anthony Davis. They did get Russell Westbrook when he really wanted Russell Westbrook. They have not taken LeBron for granted. Do you think they have? I don't.
The personalities you know, the teams you love, the station you spend time with every day. LA's mega sports station. ESPN LA 710 and the all-new ESPN LA app.
Not sure what to do this week? You already know. The answer is always Cosm. Here's your Cosm calendar for the week of May 18th. Exciting NHL and NBA action is at Cosm all week long. To reserve the best seats in the Dome, go to Cosm.com right now and check out the must-see matchup all week long. The Cosm Dome is a gigantic 87-foot wraparound LED display that drops you right in the middle of every check against the board and every slam dunk. It's time to get off the couch and get into Cosm. And while you're reserving tickets to all the big games, make it a fun family adventure. And reserve your tickets at Cosm.com for Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. There's still great seats available in the Dome throughout the week. Relive the fun and magic of everyone's favorite wizard as Cosm celebrates the 25th anniversary of Harry Potter's release. Great food, outstanding drinks, the Cosm Hall, the Cosm Deck with an incredible 360 view of the area. Everything to make this week special and make memories is at Cosm. That's your Cosm calendar.
Head to Waba Grill for $5 happy hour weekdays after 3 p.m. and try our new chili crisp dumplings paired with a premium beverage drink like our new strawberry watermelon lemonade energy refresher. Both for just $5 only at Waba Grill.
Collectors, Promo Card Show is back at the Pasadena Convention Center, May 23rd and 24th. Biggest show ever!
Baseball, football, basketball, and hockey cards.
Plus Pokemon, Marvel, Star Wars, and comic books.
CSA, CGC, and JSA will be there.
So bring your cards, comics, and autographs to sell, trade,
or get them graded. 770 tables.
Thousands of dollars in free prizes. Don't miss it! Promo Card Show, Pasadena Convention Center, Saturday and Sunday, May 23rd and 24th, 11 to 5.
For more info, go to PromoCardShow.com.
That's PromoCardShow.com.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Next time you're at my home away from home, LAX, look up. You'll see the future of travel in action. It's the all-electric Skylink train. It's now testing, and trust me, this is a game changer. What does it take to build a champion? It takes round-the-clock preparation. And soon, Skylink will connect you to the airport terminals, the new rental car center, and LA Metro. From practice to prime time, the LAX Skylink. Fast, free, and built for LA. In testing now to help you skip the traffic later.
You have your vote by mail ballot. Now it's time to vote. Drop it off early at any official ballot drop box. Visit plan.lavote.gov to learn more. That's plan.lavote.gov. Brought to you by the Los Angeles County Registrar.
The NFL schedule dropped, and it's time to settle up. There's road trips to plan, hotels to book, tickets to split, tailgates to cover, and scores to settle. All the things for the season. But now, when you send $10 or more to a friend with PayPal by May 28th, you can win 2 tickets to every home game of your favorite team. Yep, the entire season. Visit paypal.com/P2P sweeps. No purchase is necessary. See websites for details, including how to enter by mail. Brought to you by PayPal, official peer-to-peer payment sponsor of the NFL.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
It's DeMarco Farr and Travis Rogers.
You sleep naked?
I do.
completely unencumbered.
He likes to be free.
Put him in the box.
Afternoons with DeMarco and Travis rolls on.
So if you and I are on the road and we get caught in the same motel and we got to share a room,
Yeah.
you can't sleep unless you're naked.
I would prefer to be unencumbered.
Back to the guys.
Hey, this is perfect for Roki Sasaki. Out. Yeah, there you go.
I know Roki.
There you go. Come on.
Roki was really good. 8 Ks, no walks, 7 innings.
Okay.
Oral said it towards the end of the broadcast last night, and I thought he was spot on. That's the best outing he's had as a major league pitcher.
Yes.
And I don't think anybody would argue otherwise.
He looked confident, didn't he?
He looked great.
Yeah,
like
he did.
no shade at all, but just kind of go around here.
Was
Did you just point at me?
No.
Oh, I thought you did. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I can. If
Oh,
you
there
like
you
to.
go. No,
That's really up to you, though.
Travis, I'm sorry.
I'm just sitting here, man.
I thought you were like that point. No, but go ahead. Yeah.
Was this a really good outing because he's figuring stuff out? Is this a really good outing because the Angels are – look, I was under no misconception that they were a good team, but this is the first time I'd watched them 3 days in a row.
They suck.
They really stink.
They are ungood.
And they're not a good team. Now, Sasaki did what you're supposed to do, but DeMarco, start with you. Like, just going in there and smoking a team that's terrible, even if you've been struggling, that's got to be a good thing, right? A little confidence builder and everything else.
You know, I'd like to say it was just him figuring things out, and it was inevitable. One way or the other. He was either going to get better or get measurably worse. It's baseball, right? So I would hate to chalk up a good performance to a bad baseball team or a bad opponent, but you got to point it out. They are terrible.
They really are.
And they're not playing good at all.
No.
You know what I mean?
A bad team playing poorly.
That's what I mean. It's bad. So you may have handed him one, but I like what it did. He looked different to me on the mound. He looked way more confident. Maybe that's because of who he was facing.
I think a lot of it has a little bit to do with that. So the answer to your question to both is yes. Yes, he was good because he was good, and also he was good because it was the Angels. The fact of the matter was he was doing things that he wasn't doing in prior starts. Didn't matter who he was facing, whether he was facing the Rockies or the Nationals, who are also bad teams. He was still good because he was attacking the zone. He was landing strikes inside the zone. He wasn't all that. He had 0 walks. So when that happens, that means he's
8 Ks with
good.
not a lot of chase either, which is not easy to do.
No, but his without the chase, but there was a lot of swing and misses because he was in the zone, because he was able to throw his spitball. I was
going to say, you breaking news right now?
Not spitball. What is
Splitter?
It's not splitter.
Fork
the other
ball.
one. Fork ball, yeah. He was getting his fork ball inside in the zone, making it so it was easier to throw his fastball in the zone. They had to swing at those things.
I got
so
you. Fork,
everything,
spit, fork.
I was all over the place. I got fork and the splitter mixed up and got stuck on spitball. But he was doing the things that you need him to do, and what he wasn't doing in prior. Now, the Angels do, as Marcus and I talked about on Blue Review this morning, they do chase a ton and swing and miss a lot. But the fact of the matter is because of what he was doing too.
Yeah, I mean, I think of all those numbers, the biggest one is the zeros, 0 walks. That's the thing. We have our pal Jeff Spiegel, who comes on the Blue Review, who's got the nerd stats, as Greg would like to say. And I think he had the in-zone rate of like
in-zone rate.
64%. Basically,
what is that?
I call it IZR plus.
Of all the pitches that he threw, if nobody swung, 64% of them would have been called strikes. Anyway.
Oh, I like that stat then.
Right.
He's throwing strikes.
He's throwing strikes,
okay.
which is a thing that he is not really doing well. And so the swing and miss happens because the Angels stink right now. But we just wanted him to throw strikes. We wanted him to be aggressive, to attack the strike zone. He did that. Now, again, he's got the Brewers in his next start. If he's in the zone, he's going to probably get hit a little bit more. But I would rather have that than to have him up there walking the entire way.
No, without question. The 0 is the big number. The 0 walks is the one that jumps out. The 8 strikeouts is fine, but it's the 0 that's far more interesting to me. And I really don't want to throw cold water on it because he was really, really good. And granted, the Angels are not a good team this year, but it's a major league team. There are some guys in that lineup that can do some damage that you have to be a little bit careful with, and he got through it without any sort of hiccups. But I think the big thing for me is, okay, what happens next? Do you stack another good outing on top of a very good outing? Because basically where we started the year was, and it's funny because when Jeff Passan had Dave and John Schneider on his podcast, kind of towards the beginning of the season, and they were talking about that crazy Game 7 where they had to use all their pitchers, and he was asked about if Roki was an option. He goes, no, Roki had not really pitched well in a while. And you go back and you look, Roki really only pitched well against Philadelphia. Didn't pitch well against Milwaukee. Did not pitch well against Toronto. Like, he had a very good series against the Philadelphia Phillies, but everything prior to that was bad. Everything since that was bad. Spring training was bad. The beginning of the season was bad. The early part of the season was bad. And then you got a couple of things that weren't bad but weren't good. And it's like, okay, at least the graph is tilted
trending
back
in the right
up.
direction. Yeah.
This is the first time the graph jumped way up. Let's see what happens next. Like, I keep coming back with him, like a guy that is clearly got stuff, a guy that's clearly got ability, but it's the major leagues. Every once in a while, your good stuff is just going to be on, and you're going to get a bunch of guys out. I don't know if it was that or whether he's figuring it out.
Tell me, does everybody pitch against the Angels? Does everybody have
Not everybody,
good...
but most.
Because that factors. If everybody's killing you and I kill you, it means nothing. But
So Eric Lauer, who the Dodgers just traded for from Toronto, his last start was against the Angels, and he got lit up.
Oh,
he got
there you go.
like
Okay.
they lost 6-1, and he was absolutely horrendous. But Lauer is going to be in the bullpen anyway, so it's not just everybody. But Travis says, Neto can hit you, Trout can hit you, Adele can hit you. They
got guys.
They got
But I'm
guys
with you.
that can.
I'm with you. I want to see what happens next, but it's a step in the right direction. At least, like you said, at least he's throwing strikes now.
Yeah, I want to see the stack. I want to see what game.
Yeah,
it's going to be tough against the Brewers, like he was saying.
The Brewers are a good team. The Brewers have dangerous players. The Brewers are going to be more disciplined. The Brewers are going to do all of the things that the Angels didn't do. But this is what happened yesterday for Sasaki was kind of similar to what I was hoping would happen by sending him down. Send him to a place where he's going to have some success. You know this as well as anybody. Success makes you feel good. Success builds confidence. And then even if you elevate the competition a little bit, if I feel good, like I can get some stuff done, let's see what happens next. But he needed a win, and he got one. I'm not talking about like a win on the scoreboard. I'm saying he had a successful day. You could see the smile on his face in the dugout afterwards. Looked like the weight of the world had been taken off.
Like happy Willem Dafoe.
Yeah. We were talking about it on Blue Review also this morning. Is that if you looked at his lines the last few times, when he had bad numbers, a bad line, it was actually a better outing,
yes.
It made you felt better after his outing because he was in the zone, he was giving up home runs, but it was because he actually was attacking.
It doesn't matter if he gets hit, just find the strike zone.
Then the ones where it was like, okay, that wasn't that bad of an outing due to the line was actually one of his worst outing because he was walking guys and he was like getting out of it through smoke and mirrors. And Marcus and I were talking about it this morning that it was just it's been progressively getting better and better, and he's gone from about a 15 ERA down to a low 5. It's all starting to kind of get better as we go.
So let's say he figures it out and he's as good as he's going to be. That factors into what for your 6-man rotation?
Well, all of a sudden it matters a great deal because you just need a warm body to take the ball every 6th day, right? Like before when Snell was coming back, when Glasnow was still healthy, when you had all of a sudden there was going to be Wroblewski was pitching his butt off. Sheehan was a little inconsistent, but there were too many guys for not enough spots. And as we always like to say in baseball, these things tend to take care of themselves.
Yep.
And it did. So now Snell goes down, Glasnow goes down, Dreyer goes down. Like all of a sudden these guys, like you need more people. So it's kind of a blessing in disguise for him because not only did he pitch very well, kind of calm things down, but now there's nobody breathing down his neck to get him out of the rotation.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's some of it now, right? He's not looking over his shoulder after every bad start, but it is going to be incumbent on him to sort of continue some level of success. Now, if the offense continues to show up the way it did this weekend, the margin for error is a lot wider, right? They scored 31 runs in the 3 games. Obviously, that's not going to happen every single time out, but if this offense starts to wake up and hit the way they can, and suddenly he's going out there and he's getting 5-6 runs of support, then you don't have to be quite as efficient or as fine with what you're doing as he has been.
That's scary if you need him, if you have to rely on Roki, because you just don't know. The other thing, we were talking about Shohei. It sounds different coming off the bat. That sounded like Shohei. It didn't go as far, but it sounded more like Shohei.
Let's talk about that coming up. Let's get into that a little bit because he clearly, those couple of days off, reset him. He was barreling the ball up, but there's something that he's not doing that we're very used to seeing him doing. We'll get into that coming up in just one sec. Children's Hospital Los Angeles' biggest event of the year is back. Walk and Play LA brings the community together for a fun-filled day, supporting kids who need life-saving care. You're going to enjoy a scenic 3K walk, plus music, games, and activities for all ages. Join us Saturday, June 6th at the Santa Monica Pier. Sign up at ESPNLA.com. Join Team ESPNLA. You can use the code PLAY, P-L-A-Y, to save $10. Visit ESPNLA.com to learn more. Angels did nothing, but the Angels helped the Dodgers, so we'll take that. That's coming up next. It's DeMarco and Trav, ESPN LA.
All right. I always wanted to do that right there. There you go. Snap that thing. All right, Rams fans, this is it. The Rams are headed to Australia to take on the hated 49ers in Melbourne. And let me tell you right now, if you ever thought about doing something big as a Rams fan, this is your opportunity. Do not miss this. True Fan Travel is the only way to go. They have put together an incredible Rams experience down under, and I'm so excited to be a part of it. This trip will have it all for you. Talking about premium hotels, official game tickets, exclusive events, parties, lots of sightseeing, all handled for you. All you got to do is show up and have a great time. Tell me that doesn't sound fun. And listen, I have played the game, and moments like this don't come around often, so this is the first NFL game ever in Australia. It's the kind of thing you remember forever, so don't miss it. We're talking September 11th, 2026, Melbourne Cricket Ground, one of the most iconic stadiums in the world. So this is going to be fun, cameras, all that stuff. Join me in Australia. Spots are limited, and once this fills up, it's gone. So it's not just another road trip. This is going to be history. Secure your spot right now at truefantravel.com. That's truefantravel.com, and get ready to make history. Trust me, this is one of those you had to be there moments, so make sure you're there.
And now from Good Karma Brands, here is Sam Pines.
Hi, this is Sam Pines, partner at Good Karma Brands and ESPN LA. When we purchased ESPN LA in 2022, in collaboration with the Walt Disney Company, I knew LA had great teams. I didn't realize how passionate the ESPN LA fan was. It's been awesome to see and experience. The fans who show up every day, you're what makes this place what it is. From the Mandy Awards to summer softball games in West Covina, there's something special about this community. We've got incredible teams, the Lakers, Rams, USC, LAFC, Kings, and Angels. And then there's everything else.
It's a kind of magic. It's a kind of magic.
Mason and Ireland's growl. Cappy yelling, "Love Boat." Sedano's sighs. Eisen landing another A-list guest. Evan Cohn going deep on Brady. Travis pulling out Buffalo Gruden. DeMarco keeping everybody honest. And Morales dropping a random bam. And that one might have been a final. That's ESPN LA. Whether you watch or listen, thank you. You're what makes all of this possible.
It's a kind of magic.
Hey, Cappy, listen, you get into an accident, you call Jacob at 800-345-6789, and there's steps to this. Step 1, get safe.
Yeah, step 2, get medical care.
Step 3, document everything.
Step 4, do not guess what you should say to insurance companies.
No, and step 5, count on Jacob.
Count on Jacob.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob 1-800-345-6789. Call Jacob.
Hey, Laker fans, when the energy rises, it's time to keep moving forward with a career-focused degree at National University. Take your best shot with NU's Believe and Succeed scholarship and score up to $6,000 annually towards a bachelor's or master's degree. Flexible 4- and 8-week online courses, online options, and support like free tutoring and virtual mental health counseling. NU is built for busy lives. Apply by July 31st at nu.edu. Terms and conditions apply.
Evan Cohen here. In life, as in sports, the pros make it look easy. That's why pro golfers like Jason Day, Ben Griffin, and Patton Kazire trust the pros in lawn care. True Green. They have the experience and expertise to give you a lawn worthy of the PGA Tour. And since True Green does the work for you, you get more free time, or more tee times. So stop stressing over your lawn and start loving it. Sign up now at TrueGreen.com because nobody makes it easier to get a golf course quality lawn than True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour.
Switching to Progressive is a game-winning call. And that reminds us of other game-winning calls in the history of sports.
So it was the fourth quarter and we're down by 5. Sweat pouring down my face. Suddenly it hit me. If only I could wrap part of the towel around my forehead. And that's how I became the first basketball player to wear a headband.
Okay, not really a game-winning call, but it was a good call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
This is the afternoon show with DeMarco and Travis.
They told me you used to be hip, Trev.
Used to be.
Yeah, that's
What do you mean?
they said. Like sweet tea used to be hip. Like you can get down.
Afternoons with DeMarco and Travis rolls on.
I'm pretty comfortable wherever I need to be comfortable.
You should take him to the club.
Back to the guys.
Yeah, Spider-Man and Freeze in full effect. You ready, Ron? I'm ready.
Didn't want to interrupt.
There you
You're
go.
kind of
Hey, like
right
stand
there.
up. Give us a little something, huh?
I told you I can dance sitting down.
Yeah. You got the chair.
When I stand up,
skill,
no,
baby.
you got the chair.
It's
The
a
whole
skill.
video. Hey, there you go.
Hey, that's not bad.
Okay,
Give it a little more.
Getting down, I can do
Can you
that.
dance in a chair without wheels?
No.
Okay.
Gotta have wheels.
Because I noticed you
He's
kind
gotta
of
move.
slide
Like,
the
He's got
chair
the
over.
mobility going on.
I
Yeah.
I saw the
I used to
chair
hold down the
moving over
VIP
there.
area. That's me right there. There you go. There you
That's
go.
great.
Yeah.
All right, so back to, you said you had another question about the pitching?
No, well, I mean, I was going to ask you back there. We never could get into it in the production meeting. Robleski froze Mike Trout, and I'm like, that's when I would want to frame and send home.
Sure.
You don't freeze a guy like that off. You beat him with a fastball.
Yeah.
Robleski.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You set him up.
He's got good stuff too.
Why do I think the other shoe's going to drop on this guy? Why can't I believe what I'm seeing?
Because you haven't seen it for long enough. It's a good question.
Yeah.
It's a really good question.
He seems like he's dialed in this year.
He is.
Like,
But like the reason that you start to believe in Yamamoto and Ohtani and Kershaw, it's because you see it over a season and then a second season and then a fifth season, and then it's like the only thing that's weird is when they pitch bad. But when a guy first shows up and he's really good, it's like, well, that's interesting. Let's see what happens next. And let's see, like, think about like Tony Gonsolin, right? Like Tony Gonsolin, when he first showed up at the Dodgers, was really, really good. And then it was like, yeah, he's pretty good, but he wasn't an ace or anything like that. And this is what for Robleski, I think he's a good major league pitcher. He's pitched really well this year, but you just need to see
is
it
this
more.
the best stretch?
So yeah, no, he's out of his mind. Yeah, for
This
him,
is his best
yeah.
stretch. Okay,
Easily.
Okay.
Easily.
not even close. But the problem is with him, he's a 2-pitch pitcher, right? He's a fastball and a slider, and that's typically all he does. So he's going out there and pitching like, I'm going to pitch like I'm a reliever, and I'm going to go out as long as and just keep doing that over and over again. But he pitches the contact, so eventually he's going to have outings where he just gives up a bunch of hits that lead to a bunch of runs. And when that happens, that's when you're like, oh, that's why you didn't believe in it. But for the most part, he won't. I don't think he will be that very often. I think that's just going to be every once in a while.
Yeah, I mean, so far the only really bad start he had was that one against the Braves, where they sort of just hung him out to dry at some point.
Yeah, but that was his fault.
We just need you to.
And then he settled in after that, though. I thought that was kind of interesting because he gave up the 4
throw to
runs in the
second
first inning, and then after that he got into the 8th inning, and then it blew up on him again. But he survived the middle 6 pretty
8
cleanly.
2/3. I mean, on a day
Not
where
too
at some point Dave Roberts is just like, hey man, we just need you to eat some innings for us.
Yeah, that was in the 2nd inning, right? When he blew
Something like that, yeah.
blew up. Every other inning besides when it got to the 8th and 9th, the 1st, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th innings, 3 up, 3 down.
Yeah.
So he was fantastic. Outside of that, it was just that second, and really that second inning was because he threw the ball away. So, but again, if he's going to pitch to contact, he's going to get hit. That ball is going to land every once in a while.
The other thing that's so weird about him is that you just don't see anybody do that anymore.
Yeah.
Like everybody pitches to avoid contact. They pitch for strikeouts. They tunnel pitches based on this guy's swing path and that guy's like. Before it was try to get them to hit the ball softly on the ground. That was the old way of pitching. Like try to get a guy to swing at a ball and take a strike. That's Greg Maddox's old line. It always made perfect. Like get him to take the strikes and swing at the balls. That's pitching, right? And if you can get a bunch of soft rollers to the infield, you're going to clean up. Nobody does that anymore. And Robleski kind of does. It's just it's a
Old
different
school.
look.
He might not go back, guys. You know, he may be on one. He could change your opinion. I don't know.
Let's see.
Eventually, okay.
Let's see. I'm not throwing him under the bus. I'm just saying that lots of guys get off to a good start.
Not under the bus.
Happens.
I mean, to the side of the bus.
Lots of guys get off to a good start.
Okay, so when everybody's healthy, Trav and Marcus and DeMarco, but so when everybody's healthy, Glasnow's back, Snell's back, you have a full 7-8 guys in your rotation. Is it Robleski that goes to the bullpen?
What was Sheehan already out of this?
No, if everybody's healthy, Sheehan, Roki, and Robleski are the 3 guys that are going to be in the back end, and
So
you can only do 6.
You need 2 spots for those 3 guys.
Yeah.
Right now, I'd still tell Sasaki to hit the bricks.
I don't think they will.
I don't think they will either. But that's if you're asking me what I do, I'd put Sasaki down there.
if you're being objective, it's Roki's the odd man out. But in reality, it's probably Wroblewski because he already has a history in the bullpen, so they can sort of slide him back there if they need to.
You can't do that.
Here's why it might not be him.
Ooh.
He's the only left-hander in that rotation. Everyone else, and I mean, that doesn't seem to be nearly as important as it once was, but every other guy, now that Snell is down, is a right-hander. So you're just going to be, they can load up lefties on you here, but we'll see.
This is with everybody healthy, so not for another 3 months with Snell being out with the loose bodies.
Let's go to Ohtani real quick. Ohtani clearly got on track after taking a couple of days off. He had, I think it was, 2 doubles and a triple in this series.
Hard.
Hit the ball hard.
Hard.
He's not hitting home runs, and he's stuck on 7 right now. And so that would to project that out over the course of a season, that's only about 24 or 25 home runs over the course of a season, which is about half of his normal production, right? Any concern that that the home run is not there? Because we've seen him, he's hot now, but usually when he gets hot, the ball starts to leave the ballpark, and it hasn't happened yet.
Not really. I wouldn't be surprised if he'll go a stretch of 5 games and hit 6 home runs. I mean, I always say he's a Costco hitter. Always comes in bulk. And we started to see him drive the ball the opposite field. That's kind of what you want.
Yep.
So the home runs haven't come yet. I think it's just a matter of time.
So we had Jerry Hairston on in the morning show today, and I asked him a question about that, but it was about the whole team because the guys right now in general are not slugging that much.
Only Pajes.
It's Pajes. I mean, you got a couple from Muncy. Yeah, Muncy's hitting the ball hard, but you're not getting a lot of home runs. Teo's not hitting the ball out. Tucker's not hitting the ball. Freddie, everybody is not really hitting the ball out.
Will Smith.
So he was talking about how they're changing their at-bat strategy right now to just put the ball in play. Stop just swinging at everything. Just put the ball in play. Get on base, double, single, a little more small ballish. But also, I mean, it's going to come. The home runs are going to start coming eventually, and then when Shohei gets one, I bet you he gets one tonight because he has been hitting the ball hard.
Changing your hitting philosophy, I guess. It happens.
Especially when you're in a slump, you do.
Yeah.
You sort of just change the way you're approaching things.
So you don't roll over, because that was what Shohei was doing. He was rolling over on pitches and going to the first base side over and over again. Now he's hitting the ball hard to left field, hard to right field.
If he hits 25, 30 home runs, as long as he's hot going into the – kind of like Blake Snell.
Yeah.
As long as you find your stride at the plate when it matters most, I could care less about the numbers.
I wouldn't mess with Shohei, let him figure it out. He knows what he's doing, but the idea of changing the collective approach for everybody, I mean, why?
Because they were grounding out to everybody.
Okay, but look,
put a little bit underneath.
But Will Smith is not an unknown commodity. You know what I mean? Like Kyle Tucker is not an unknown commodity. These guys are made men in the major leagues. Why are we changing anything?
I think
that to me seems very, very risky.
Yeah, I think that to me, I don't know if you think differently, Marcus, but from what it sounded like was just, hey, let's just change it up a little bit to get the ball in the air, because everything that you're doing is putting the ball onto the ground. And when we get a ground balls, maybe one will sneak through, but you want to, as he loves to say on Blue Review, just find grass.
Find grass
and get the ball in the air to find grass.
Make them do something. Yeah. I know that it's not Little League Baseball where they're going to have a snowball fight every time the ball's put into play, but it's still stuff happens sometimes.
Right.
Stuff happens sometimes. All right, so tonight in San Diego, starting the series. This was a series that let's roll the tape back like 3 years. It felt like we were right at about the point where, you know what, this is about to get very good. They had just taken the Dodgers out of the playoffs. They'd advanced to the National League Championship Series, and clearly the Dodgers were in a bad way where they'd gotten beaten the first round of the playoffs a couple years in a row. It wasn't working, right? Like it would work during the regular season, it wouldn't. And it's like the Dodger-Padre rivalry is the best rivalry in baseball right now.
Oh, yeah.
And now it's like the Dodgers just rolled out the next 2 years and went, World Series, see you later, leave us alone, go back to being little brother.
Right.
And it's like in a weird way, it kind of took all the air out of the balloon, because it was still chippy last year, the hits between Tatis and Ohtani and all those things. But this, hey, we're here and we're going to really mess with you thing, it's like, yeah, that's cute. Nice try. It feels like that's just gone. That lasted like a year and a half.
Yeah, I mean, because they have Machado there, they kind of had that little bit because he was the Dodger and he annoyed the hell out of every single one of us. And then he would argue with the Dodger fans. But now he's hitting like 180. Tatis has 0 home runs on the year.
Is that not the weirdest thing?
It's the weirdest thing, and it scares me for this week.
Right.
Like, right? Like, he doesn't have a home run yet, and like now my fear is he's going to somehow rip like 3 of them in the next couple days.
There's no chance they hit him, right?
No,
I don't think they hit Ohtani either.
No, I don't think so. But they had Tatis a lot. Like, a lot. I'd have to look it up, but I think last year or something like Fernando Tatis had been hit by a pitch like 15 times in his major league career, something like that. Like 11 of them were against the Dodgers. It was some crazy disproportionate.
Why would
amount.
you hit him now?
That's what I'm saying.
There's no reason to now.
But because now all it does is wake them up, wake them up. Like just let the guy that can't get the ball in the air continue to not get the ball in the air. Do not start that nonsense.
I thought there was some beef or something. Why do we want to throw at him now?
Because he hit home runs.
Because there's always beef with that guy.
Well, wait until he hits a home run, then hit it. Yeah.
No, you can hit Machado. If you want to hit Machado, I'll be okay with that.
I don't want to wake that guy up either.
Yeah. They haven't lived up to their end of the bargain.
Right now, it's Gavin Sheets.
Yeah.
Gavin Sheets is the biggest hitter in their lineup right now.
Does it feel like the rivalry is different than it was 2 years ago?
A little bit.
I never really
Kinda
felt
cool.
like it was a rivalry. I mean, there was. It
was for the
fun.
moment.
It was fun for the time. It was a situational rivalry, and now it's just kind of like, oh yeah, it's a team we have to play.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the Giants will always be number one.
Yep.
There's always like a secondary one that sort of rotates. It was the Cardinals for a little bit. It's been the Padres for a little bit.
Astros number 2.
The Astros are definitely there. Even that's starting to fade because the Astros aren't good now.
And all those guys are gone.
And all those guys are gone except for Altuve.
Altuve.
He's the only one
They're
left.
both hurt.
I saw that this weekend over my feed. Altuve the Innocent. Have you heard that? They're trying to sell him as an innocent.
Stop that.
They're trying to sell him as an innocent. Even Dusty Baker's coming to his defense. Oh, this guy's innocent.
No, Dusty's doing what Dusty needs to do. I respect Dusty's effort.
No,
but
nonsense.
That's why.
But it didn't, like, the Giant rivalry is a historic rivalry built on literal decades of them ripping each other's guts out. I get it. That's not going to go anywhere, despite the fact the Giants aren't very good right now. The Padre thing, though, felt, I don't want to say like they were a threat to the Dodgers, but they at least weren't scared of the Dodgers. They at least went in there and kind of met them on their own terms and battled with the Dodgers in a way that not a lot of teams did. And as a Dodger fan, it was annoying, but it was also kind of fun to watch that they would come in there and think that they were as good. And sometimes they could kind of hang, and now it's just right back to, even though they're only a half a game apart coming into this game tonight, it just does not feel like it has the heat that it did.
If you don't get to Mason Miller, I feel pretty good because obviously that guy.
You don't see that guy,
right? Because he's insane. But I'm going to go home and I'm going to watch this game and I'm going to be watching it pretty intently because the games are still fun. We don't know what it's going to be like this year because their offense is horrendous too. But I'm going to go home and enjoy watching Dodgers Padres.
Do you kind of want to see Mason Miller?
I want to hit him.
Yeah,
I want to hit him.
Yes, for the entrance. Yeah, definitely.
I want to see what because look, they're gonna have maybe not him, but they're gonna have to face somebody really good like that at some point, and that guy's as good as they get right now.
Do you still enjoy beating the Padres?
Sure.
There's your rivalry. Right there.
I don't know if I enjoy beating them any more than I enjoy beating the Chicago Cubs.
But when you think of beating the Padres, what's the first thing that flashes through your mind?
Well, right now it's Kike Hernandez in the playoffs saying we don't give a bleep.
Yeah,
you know?
Okay.
Shutting their fan base up.
And it was kind of
Shohei had a really good bat flip when he had a 3-run home run. Remember, he just like threw it across the field.
Well, Schilt was the only guy that he would not give the what's up to, but he's down the road, so we don't even get to do that anymore. We'll see if he gives it to Craig Stammen tonight. I think he will. Shohei's too nice of a guy. Little Far Side is coming up next.
Let's go.
It's DeMarco and Travis, ESPN LA.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station. ESPN LA may sound one way on AM.
But you know where it sounds best?
You guessed it, crystal clear digital audio.
Crystal clear digital audio on the all-new ESPN LA app.
Just search ESPN LA wherever you get your apps.
And you can always watch LA's mega sports station live or on demand on our YouTube channel at ESPN Los Angeles.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. It's springtime in SoCal, and you're still on those same old floors? Make a power move with Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. Hardwood, laminate, waterproof vinyl, carpet, turf, all in stock. They even have Cortec, the original 100% waterproof, kid-proof, pet-proof, luxury vinyl flooring in a ton of colors ready and in stock. Visit the showroom off the 5 next to the Commerce Casino or check them out on the web, HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. No games, no gimmicks, and no spring sale beats wholesale.
Longer days, warmer nights. It's the perfect time to get together at Lazy Dog Restaurant. Whether you're catching a game or just catching up, there's something for everyone. Handcrafted burgers, fresh salads, and shareable bites and small plates for the table. Pair it with cold draft beer, refreshing cocktails, and don't miss happy hour and late night happy hour throughout the week. Hang out on the patio, bring your crew, and stay a while. Lazy Dog Restaurant, locations across Southern California. LazyDogRestaurants.com.
Hey guys, the regular season is wrapped and the NBA playoffs are finally here, and there's no better way to cash in on the high-flying hoops action than Prize Picks, a preferred partner of the NBA. Every bucket, every dime, and every win means more when you're playing on Prize Picks. So don't pass up your next shot with Prize Picks and get $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5. And right now, it's the Do It Live 2026 NBA Finals Sweepstakes. Pick live squares during NBA playoff games, and you can win a trip for two to the NBA Finals. To enter, you just make a $5 lineup with at least one live NBA player pick during any part of the 2026 NBA playoffs. Live player picks are picks made after a game is already in progress. So do this. Download the Prize Picks app today and use the code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y, to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y, to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, a preferred partner of the NBA.
And it is the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show right here on ESPN LA.
The Far Side.
And it's time for the Far Side, presented by our friends at Highlands.
The Far Side.
Weekday afternoons at 4 p.m.
Time for the Far Side with DeMarco Farr, right now on the Travis and DeMarco Afternoon Show on ESPN LA.
I guess Sizzler's blowing up, man. Everybody wants to know.
Everybody wants to know. Where'd he go? How much it cost? Was it good? Yeah.
My brother paid. Gosh, I think I had the most expensive thing on the menu.
How many people were in your party?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
8?
8 people.
Okay.
Yeah, 8 people. We ate pretty good. We sat there for like a good hour.
Yeah.
Chilled out. I felt bad. Like when you finish your food, you should get up and leave, especially when there's people waiting.
Yeah.
Right? They're sitting there watching you because it's like a little L shape to get around.
Yeah, you have to wait in that queue.
And they see you.
Yeah.
And there's no food. We're just watching TV. So I'm like, shouldn't we get up and leave?
So, look, we've talked about this. I don't know anything about business. I know nothing. I would never hire me to run your business. I don't understand how every Sizzler the three of us have ever been to our entire lives is jam-packed, crowded, and yet they go out of business left and right. How does that doesn't make any sense?
Great question. I don't know.
I don't know.
Shrimp, man. They can't keep up.
Hey,
It's what killed Red Lobster, right?
It's just the Cheddar Bay biscuits and the all-you-can-eat shrimp. Yeah.
DeMarco, did you get like a tray or something that you had to carry?
No. So
like remember the trays and stuff? Yes.
No tray. I didn't get the salad bar, but my dad did. He got a tray.
Yeah.
But, we ordered and then we sat and then they brought the food to us.
Okay.
Yeah, it was pretty
I
good.
only remember the tray.
Yeah, the tray, yeah.
They didn't have the cheddar biscuits, but they have like this Texas toast.
Yeah.
Texas toast.
Cheese melted on top of it.
Yeah. Cheese bread, yes.
I was asking, are you going to eat that? Are you going to eat that? I'll eat that.
Because you didn't get the salad bar, though, you didn't get to take advantage of the soft serve ice cream, did you?
See, here's the thing. When I said, I told you, right? You're not supposed to. But, you could have gone up there anytime you wanted.
Yeah, look, the guy at Sizzler is not going to stop you from taking ice cream.
But somebody's got to follow the rules, Travis.
They're not making enough money to really police you. Like
right, you're a good citizen.
Yes. Clam chowder was up there. The little taco bar was there.
You can have the clam chowder. I'm going to let them leave that for the next guy.
They said it was pretty good. I did not have it. But did you guys see this whole Carano-Rousey fight thing? Did you watch it at all?
Yes.
I listened to it on the Mason and Ireland show during Crosstalk.
My whole Saturday night was just around it.
Okay.
And it sucked that it was only 18 seconds.
My whole night wasn't around it, but I wanted to make it home to see it, and it was cool. I like Netflix's presentation. I think they're on to something. The way the fighters came out, it was big and colorful. And the Intuit Dome is perfect for a spot where you're struggling to sell tickets, because you can't really tell how many people are actually in there. You know what I mean? It looked like it was a packed house, but I doubt if it was. But the fight, it went exactly like I thought it would go. Gina Carano spent more than a year trying to lose weight, lost 100 pounds. How do you train to fight when you're losing 100 pounds?
Yeah.
Got armbarred in 17 seconds. So it went exactly the way you thought. I don't know what to make of Ronda Rousey after this, because
Can I
what
ask
does
a
this
question
do for your legacy?
The question is inherently disrespectful, but I don't mean it disrespectfully. Mm-hmm. Do we have to make anything of Ronda Rousey? Can it just be that she had a fight?
I feel like this was just a one-off, right? It was there for nostalgia purposes. Watch these two former great fighters go after one another. and it happened, and then we go back to
I don't want to be rude,
rewatching Stranger
but
Things.
She's insufferable. She has one of the biggest fan bases ever. She might be the most recognizable mixed martial artist of all time, right? But she calls herself like the best ever, which ain't the truth.
Mm-hmm.
And it seemed like she thought this fight actually meant something. You fought a person that hadn't fought in 17 years, and you beat him in 17 seconds. It wasn't really a fight.
Right.
But it was just weird. Anyway, Ngannou is the real deal. He barely clipped the guy and knocked him cold. Nate Diaz needs to stop fighting now. On the 110 on the way home, it's littered with him doing these billboards for these personal injury attorneys.
I've seen those.
He needs to call one of them.
Really? Honestly, I've never seen someone take one punch and all of a sudden they're just leaking blood.
Travis.
Every single fight.
As soon as he walked out of the tunnel, I mean, this is Netflix. It's in, 4K? He's got so much scar tissue. You could breathe on him and he will bleed.
Oh, boy.
I've never seen a guy bled so much in a fight in my entire life. But anyway, I think there's going to be more. So I would love to condemn Jake Paul and MVP, but I guess all the fighters made out and Netflix loved it. So it's not going away anytime soon, to our chagrin.
Well, Dana White has something to do about that because during Ronda Rousey's fight, like as soon as they were getting ready to walk out, he announced a big fight coming in July with Conor McGregor coming back.
Yeah, but the advantage Netflix has is that everybody has Netflix.
Yep.
And you're not paying anything extra for it, which is why you put on these fights that, like you said, if people assumed it was going to sort of be one-sided and maybe not last all that long, but you know what? I'm not shelling out $90, $100 to watch this on a pay-per-view. I'm already paying like $20 a month or whatever it is for Netflix. Sure, I'll turn it on and watch it.
This is funny. This is business. Dana White did what he did, and it was shady, right?
It was.
But you've got his attention.
Yep.
That he thought he had to do that. And this is the thing. Fighters are getting paid. John Jones was on that broadcast, was actively saying, I want out of my UFC deal. Fighters will go there to get paid. They will leave the UFC to follow the money. Jake Paul will provide that. That's the thing. That's what I mean. This MVP stuff ain't going away for a while.
It kind of go back to your point, Marcus, about how, most people have Netflix already. So you don't have to go back in your pocket to pay more, right? Like it's already money I'm spending because I want to watch Seinfeld reruns and Stranger Things, right? So we're all good to go. But the idea of I paid $59. I would go back to the Mike Tyson Michael Spinks fight, right? That lasted 91 seconds, and everybody's like, this is the biggest ripoff in the world. I think at the time it was $50.
Yeah,
and it was like
maybe not even that.
Maybe not. It might have been $30 or whatever it was. I was like, never again. Clearly that model works because there's still stuff out there like that we yell and scream and hoot and holler, but when it comes time, like, I want to see that again. We'll dig.
It's the right fight, and this is the Dana White thing. He said you put a baseball game in one corner, a football game in another corner, and baseball or whatever in another, and put a fight. You'll get more people watching the fight.
Sure.
The right fight comes along, you can charge $200, and we will pay to see it as long as it's the right fight.
Yeah.
Or freak shows. 17 seconds worth.
It's funny. Like I can skip the freak show, but if there was a good fight, if you tell me, like, you follow MMA much closer than I do because I don't follow it much at all, but you told me, this is a blockbuster. These two guys are great. They, I don't know who's going to win. This is going to be amazing. I would watch that. But the old men fight, the two, the Carano, the Rousey, like two people that have not been competitive athletes for quite, like, you can have that. The YouTubers, you can have that.
I will admit that, to a point, I've kind of gotten sucked in, like the Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight, right?
Sucked in, yeah.
And that was a night. I was at Cosm with some friends. We went to go check out Cosm, and so there's an NBA game going on the big screen. We're also on our phones just watching, the train wreck aspect of it. You just want to see what happens.
Johnny Manziel's getting ready to fight.
Yeah.
He's fighting.
I want to see that.
He's fighting another YouTuber, though.
Don't you want to see that?
No. Look, I'll be honest. I'm a bad guy. Call me whatever you want. If he's going in with somebody that can hurt him, you have my attention. No. If he's going in to somebody that is another YouTube personality, I don't have any interest in that
at all.
Because it's what are we doing?
I just want to see him take a punch.
Who's the guy that got his jaw broken the other day?
Jake Paul.
Jake Paul. That guy, and I'm not a fan or whatever, but at least he went in where somebody that could hurt him, and they did.
Yeah.
Okay, you got my attention, but just one YouTuber fighting a washed-up football player.
Also funny, Jake Paul was in the cage with everybody. He fought everybody in the arena, and he's called out everyone that was there, except he was a lot more respectful when he was standing in front of the guys.
Yeah.
A lot. I wonder how that happens,
Funny
right?
How that works.
Yeah.
Funny how that
Very
works.
respectful.
Well, apparently, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I interrupted you.
I was going to read the Pachanga.
Please.
Can I read the Pachanga?
Why, be my guest.
See? Hothead. See? There you go. Coverage and content of the 2026 NBA playoffs on ESPN LA is presented by Pachanga Resort Casino. I couldn't wait to drop that. Play your perfect combination at Pachanga Resort Casino, official Native American resort and casino of your LA Lakers. Great job this season, guys. See for yourself what made readers of Newsweek and USA Today name Pachanga the best casino outside of Vegas. Visit Pachanga.com for more info. Again, good job, Lakers.
Everybody wants LeBron, according to somebody at least. That's coming up next. It's DeMarco and Travis. Marcus is here on a Monday, ESPN LA.
Hey, it's Greg Bergman. Have you become a part of the ESPN LA Blue Crew? Well, if you haven't, why haven't you? The Blue Review presented by LAX. Each weekday morning at 6:30 a.m. with me, Gregory Arthur Bergman, thanks, Cappy, and Marcus Grant. We're talking Dodgers baseball first thing in your day and getting you warmed up for the Sedano and Cap morning show. The Blue Review on our ESPN LA YouTube channel at ESPN Los Angeles. Weekdays at 6:30 a.m. Live and always on demand. Your home for real Dodgers talk, ESPN LA.
Waba Grill is an LA original, so we've got to keep it real. Real fresh with our Asian-inspired menu that's grilled to order every time. Real quality with our marinated proteins like hormone-free chicken, ribeye steak, wild-caught salmon, and shrimp. Head to Waba Grill for $5 happy hour, weekdays after 3 p.m. and try our new Chili Crisp dumplings, paired with a premium or beverage drink, like our delicious Thai tea, both for only $5. Only at Waba Grill. It's for you.
Collectors, Promo Card Show is back at the Pasadena Convention Center, May 23rd and 24th. Biggest show ever! Baseball, football, basketball, and hockey cards, plus Pokemon, Marvel, Star Wars, and comic books. CSA, CGC, and JSA will be there. So bring your cards, comics, and autographs to sell, trade, or get them graded. 770 tables. Thousands of dollars in free prizes. Don't miss it! Promo Card Show, Pasadena Convention Center, Saturday and Sunday, May 23rd and 24th, 11 to 5. For more info, go to PromoCardShow.com. That's PromoCardShow.com.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Next time you're at my home away from home, LAX, look up. You'll see the future of travel in action. It's the all-electric Skylink train. It's now testing, and trust me, this is a game changer. What does it take to build a champion? It takes round-the-clock preparation. And soon, Skylink will connect you to the airport terminals, the new rental car center, and LA Metro. From practice to prime time, the LAX Skylink. Fast, free, and built for LA. In testing now to help you skip the traffic later.
Oh yeah, injured in a crash? A slip and fall? Don't settle small, you've gotta make the call. He does the heavy lifting, he handles the fight. Big Tony steps in and makes it alright. No baloney, call Big Tony. He fights, he delivers, your victory is waiting. No fee till we win. He gets the compensating. No baloney, call Big Tony. 866-456-8669. BigTonyLaw.com.
Results do not guarantee a similar outcome. Tony is attorney Tony Ward, primary office in Los Angeles, California.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-687-5192. That's 800-687-5192. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-687-5192.
Hi, this is Jeff Vase of your LA Rams. You're listening to the Rams Super Bowl champion, DeMarco Farr, and Travis Rogers, LA's mega sports station, 710 ESPN.
No! This is LeBron's theme song this offseason.
This one?
Yeah, you signed me. I'll be good!
All right, so do we have the sound, Laura, the Shams sound? Let's take a listen to this, because this is Shams saying that all the contending teams are interested potentially in hiring one LeBron James to be on their basketball team a year from now.
We talked about Giannis being on the move. LeBron James going to play basketball again, and it's not going to be for the Lakers. Is that is that how we're all feeling right now, or how do you feel? How do you lean right now, Sean?
I wouldn't say that that's something that's been determined. Honestly, I think LeBron, more than past years, probably needs even more time with his family, with his inner circle. I do know a lot of teams are calling him and his camp. I spoke to Rich Paul the other day at the Chicago Draft Combine last week, and he told me like every contender in the NBA has essentially, since the season ended, placed a call. So that line is going to continue to be open. But listen, LeBron, all indications throughout the season have been that he's going to play another year. We'll see if that remains to be true. He's got to take that time. We've never seen this. 41 years old, year 23. I think if he decided to step away, I don't think anyone would hold it against him. But I think the expectation has been that probably you're going to get one more, and we'll see if it's going to be with the Lakers or somewhere else. But listen, being in LA, having that comfortability, and the Lakers want him, I think all those factors do play a part.
So, the two things, a lot of teams are calling. Every contender has reached out. I understand that Rich Paul has a job to do. I understand that he is doing what I would do if I were LeBron's agent, drumming up interest where maybe interest is not as high as it should be. Let's start here. Do you guys believe just the facts of what was said right there, that every contender has reached out? Now, maybe that means there's real interest, or maybe that means, hey, man, would you ever consider kind of like we don't have anything to offer him, but every contender in basketball has reached out to try to sign LeBron James, or at least is interested in talking about the possibility of signing LeBron James? There we go. That's the answer right there. That's it. Yeah,
well,
that's it, right?
I mean, he's an agent. I mean, he gets paid to mince words, and he could have sent messages, and they sent back. I mean, that is communication.
Sure.
About LeBron. I'm sure if LeBron said he was interested in coming to your ball club, can I call it a ball club?
Sure.
Basketball's a ball club, but that's
Sure.
baseball.
Yeah, we'll do both.
If he's interested in coming to your team, I'm sure you would have that conversation.
Sure.
It wouldn't be a blanket no.
No.
So I kind of believe him,
But, okay, I agree. I think that this is where semantics are incredibly important. Is everybody, like, if you said to any of these teams, do you want LeBron on your team? The answer is, well, sure, but.
Right. What is it going to take?
Yeah, and I think the but is the thing, because every contender wanting him, I mean, no, they don't.
Because here's why, and this is why I kind of believe him, because the price tag can go up or down. It's up to him. Like, you don't have to pay him anything if he decides, I'll take whatever deal. It could be true. And I was looking at the contenders. So we're talking about Detroit, Cleveland, New York. I don't think anybody from the West, right?
Well, that would include every contender.
I mean, right? If you're talking about OKC, San Antonio.
Denver, San Antonio.
But I can't see OKC having
the Nuggets.
I can't see any of those teams wanting LeBron, but the East Coast teams maybe.
Yeah, I think this is where it gets more into the nitty-gritty of it all. The idea of where could he actually go that would make some sense, where there could be some money to be paid, where he would actually get minutes in a way that would contribute beyond just being there, because he wants to play. He wants to be a big factor of this.
Right. Play, not get paid.
Right.
Yeah.
That's not every team. Now, do I think that there's interest? Of course. But do I think that it's widespread interest like that quote would lead you to believe? I do not.
Or fudging it, would you call the Warriors?
Sure. I mean, like they were in the play-in round.
There
I mean,
you go. They count.
Sure.
The other part of this is reached out too. Like, all these teams reached out. Is this Rich Paul at an event talking to the GM for XYZ team? Hey, you interested in LeBron? Oh, sure.
Yes.
If you can make the numbers work, sure, why not? Like that. I think we are kind of parsing words
or
here a
you
little bit.
set up a lunch 2 weeks from now to talk about LeBron. That counts too.
Sure,
See?
it does.
There you go.
See, look, my thing is that LeBron James is coming off a season where he averaged 20, 6, and 7. Okay, and we were talking about the narrative of him being that third usage guy, correct? The third option, like we always were saying throughout the whole entire season, and we never thought that he would seamlessly be able to fit in that role, which he was able to do. Mind you, with two ball-dominant guys, and Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves, everything they like to do is with the ball in their hands. And he was able to be in that role flawlessly. There was no complaints or anything. The Lakers had that good month of March, and it carried over to them actually winning a first-round series against the Houston Rockets, which we all thought they had no chance of winning. Not saying it's solely just LeBron James, but he was one of the big reasons into why they won that series. And, the ability of them able to adjust. You're telling me that, and I know it's different, but you tell me these contending teams couldn't use a guy averaging 20, 6 and 7. Like,
sure you could.
The Minnesota Timberwolves, the lack of other guys besides Anthony Edwards being able to score, being able to facilitate, they try to rely on a guy like Julius Randle, wasn't able to do so. A team like the Detroit Pistons, where they were lacking other guys to succeed in their roles, like we're talking about Jalen Duren, a guy where you're an all-star and you weren't playing to that all-star level. Tobias Harris didn't show up in the final Game 7 game against the Cleveland Cavaliers. You tell me in a moment like that they could use a superstar like LeBron James, who's still playing well at this age. So I think that's why there could be a lot of interest, because they still see the ceiling that LeBron James has.
I think there is interest, but I think that the other thing that we haven't really talked about too much is, like, to your point, let's use Detroit as the example that you just mentioned. I think it's a perfect example. Could they use him? Absolutely. Does LeBron James want to go play one season at the end of his career for the Detroit Pistons? Does he want to, you know what I mean? Like, that's just, like, one season at the end of his career for the Cleveland Cavaliers makes some sense, right? You close the circle. It makes
may not want him.
Sense.
They may not want
They
him.
may not want him.
Yeah.
But, like, these other one-off places, like even a place like New York, who I know, DeMarco, you've mentioned a few times, and I get it. It's New York City. It's the Garden. It's all of this stuff. And I get it. We forget that Emmitt Smith was a St. Louis or Arizona Cardinal.
Yeah.
That Hakeem Olajuwon was a Toronto Raptor.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Like, I get that we forget those things, but LeBron is in a little bit of a different category.
He's worn a lot of uniforms, though.
Only 3.
I know, but he's, once, twice.
Yeah.
One team twice.
Yeah. But that would be, and we know LeBron cares about legacy. We know that he cares about wanting to make sure that he goes out on his own terms, which he should, and he's earned all that stuff. But the interest needs to be mutual. I'm sure there are teams that would love to have him, but that he's like, no, man, I'm not moving my family to go do that. I'm not moving my wife. I'm not going away from his son being on the team here. I think plays a factor into all of this. This is why all of this stuff, to your point, D, about his points, his assists, his rebounds, the fact that he can play basically any role you need him to play. You need him to be the star, fine, I can do that. You need me to be the secondary guy, I can do that. You need me to be the third option, I can do that. It's the Lakers, man.
Yeah.
This is the one spot that allows him to do all of these things and keep his family in one spot, and the narrative arc is together.
There's one thing you can't keep here, sort of. You can't keep your status because you're going to the third option. And your chance of winning is less than those other places.
Unless he goes to OKC or San Antonio, his chances of winning are about the same.
Or at least getting to the finals. And
fair enough.
And that's the other thing. His last play as a Laker, his last game as a Laker, went out fighting, but it was a loss. And you go into an offseason where they don't want you. And I just wonder, does he leave here and want to spite the Lakers? Go someplace else to rub it in.
Maybe.
It's Luka's team. Here I am in the finals.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure. The other part of this, and I've said this for a couple years now, though, is that because he's not going to take a big haircut on what he's going to get salary-wise, for any team that he might want to go to that has contending status, what they have to move around, give up in order to bring him in, are you still then a contender at that point? That's a big
and
part
we're
of
back to the Lakers again.
But he can,
right? The Lakers are the thing that have to move the least amount of things.
Yeah.
Luka's here.
But doesn't he
Reeves
call
is
his
here.
shot salary-wise? I'll take less to be here?
I don't think he can. Well, he can if you want to do that.
I'll
but
fit in wherever you want me to fit in.
I think he'll get what he feels is right, give or take a few percentage points here or there, right? But he'll get there. I want to go back to something you said, DeMarco, this idea about how, his standing could suffer potentially.
Yeah. He said he was disrespected.
But would it not, in an odd, weird way, enhance his standing that he would be willing to go into a very different role? Obviously, it's a lesser role, but that one of the all-time greats willingly sacrificed touches, points, all of these things in an effort to try to go win a championship.
I don't know. I didn't hear the reaction from the greats, the gatekeepers, when he said, I have never been asked to take a third. What did he say, a third role?
Yeah.
I've never been asked to do that before in my life. I don't know how that was well received, but if he does decide to come back and take a lesser role, does that hurt him with the basketball Valhalla?
In my opinion, and it's just my opinion, it elevates him.
It does.
That he would be willing to self-sacrifice to a degree. And it's not like he's like the 8th guy on the bench. He's still the 3rd best player on a team that won a playoff round.
But you know how
and maybe
people
the
are.
second.
You know how people are. Jordan didn't have to be a third
but
option.
I don't think he cares about the people that you're talking about.
Yeah.
I think he does care about the people that are informed. I think he does care about the legacy of people that understand what that stuff is, that goes beyond just some stupid argument that ends with, well, he's got 6 rings. Something a little more nuanced than that. This is hey, listen, I am not the guy I once was, but I'm still pretty damn good. I can still help this team. There isn't a fit that makes a ton of sense over here or over there. This makes the most sense.
Yeah.
By the way, this is where he spent the most time of any one team in one line run. As weird as that sounds, this is where he has been the longest.
Another reason why I think he might want to get out of here.
And the funny thing is, the more Trav, the more you talk about this, the more I'm convinced he will be a Laker.
I do too.
Because we were talking about it in our meeting. I said the same thing. I was like, if he goes anywhere else, the amount of people that they have to give up to have LeBron in their team, they're not going to be contenders anymore. Unless he takes a dramatic pay cut. And why would he do that?
But that's the point here, though.
No, wait. Yeah. Like, why would he do it for Detroit? Why would he do it for anywhere?
Exactly.
But
to win.
But my point is, most likely, he's not going to have the pieces to win.
So you take less money to stay here, no chance of winning, or take less
And
money
you're
over
gonna be
there
with
with a
your
great
family.
chance of winning.
You're going to have more family.
Or at least getting to the finals.
He might get closer to the end, but I don't think he gets to the end.
But then he doesn't get
we'll see.
the victory of it.
Does he deserve, in your opinion, to take a back seat? Because his play hasn't dropped off at all.
Deserve is a really complicated word.
But I'm just saying.
It is, right? That in this situation, deserve, no. Is it the best for the Lakers? Yes.
Right. That's what I'm saying. He turned out to be your second best player, right?
I think so.
And your most consistent when you consider the playoffs.
Yeah. For sure the playoffs. Oh, yeah. For sure there.
You want that guy to take a back seat.
Not a back seat. I want him to take a side seat.
That's what I mean. So money aside, and I don't know, why would you have to give anything up for a free agent? If he can basically,
depends on
how much money.
Pretty much everybody's over the cap in some form. It feels.
But that's what I mean. It's not money for him. He's chasing a chance to win, so he'll sign for whatever he has to sign with.
I don't think he would, though. I don't think he would. Like, you think he's gonna take let's just say the minimum, right? To go somewhere else and be like, I'm LeBron James. I'm gonna take
100%, absolutely.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Money's not a factor.
Think so.
It's
money's the respect. It's not that he needs to buy jet skis, but he wants to be treated correctly.
But this is a whole different deal. We know what this is. You're leaving here to go there. That's what I'm saying. You're going there for a chance to win.
But you see, this is where I think you and I diverge. Is because does he get another round further? Yeah, he might. None of these teams are going to win. You know what I mean?
Well,
unless something very unusual
happens.
happens.
What do you think? Detroit needs scoring.
Yes, they do. They need more guys that off the dribble that can score.
Do you think they'd be better with would they be better with LeBron?
Of course.
Okay. The New York Knicks.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these teams will be better with
that's
LeBron.
What I'm saying.
Wait, so do they keep? Let's just look at Knicks or Detroit. They keep the guys they have and get LeBron.
Yes.
Do they make if they could do that? Then I agree with what you're saying, but to get LeBron, they have to really sell him on potentially, because to Marcus's point, a lot of these teams are over. So that's where the math is not mathing. You know what I mean?
I got you. I mean, but I think he'd be willing to be flexible with those teams to make it onto that roster
for 1 year.
Absolutely.
This is also, I think you're sort of assuming like he goes somewhere else. Is he still not the third option, the second option somewhere else?
But in some places,
he's gonna be 42 years old.
But in some places, that the third option might actually be legitimate. Right here, it's like it's kind of forced.
I think it is legitimate here.
You think so?
Yeah,
I do.
Did you not see how this season ended?
But even when
but that's a little reductionist.
Like I said, at least the second option.
No, yes, but
that's what I mean. Right.
He's still going to be a supporting player wherever he goes.
I'm not saying he's going to be the lead dog, but
What Marcus said, though, I think is, and I get what you just said, DeAndre. I get it, that he's averaging 26 and 7. Is that what it was?
Correct.
Okay, 26 and 7. And that's just extraordinary. I think he is a human being. I don't know. There's no evidence to support that fact, but I think he's a human being. He's going to be 42 years old playing his 24th season. at some point that production has to turn into something other than what we've
I don't
seen,
know,
right?
man. Ovechkin keeps playing, and his game never drops. I think LeBron can do this for as long as he wants.
Right, but
to that level.
But I said what we saw at the end of the
How
season.
many times did he play in the back-to-backs this year?
Yeah, most of them.
He played throughout the playoffs.
Yeah.
I don't think we have to worry about that with him.
But what we saw during the playoffs, even when he had to take over that lead role because they were waiting on Luka and they were waiting on Reeves, was, and we said it, he was a guy who could give you that top-level play in stretches. They also needed Luke Kennard to show up. They needed Rui Hachimura to shoot the lights out the way he did to stay in those games. Now you're talking about trying to have that over the course of 82 games.
I'm just saying the same thing you got out of LeBron on a better basketball team. That's all I'm saying. And that's what he's looking for. The same thing you saw this year on a better basketball team. They're going to get better.
I know there are some. Are there a lot of teams that are better than the Lakers? Like, are the Knicks a lot better than the Lakers? I don't think they are. Now, maybe they have an easier path to the finals because they're in the weaker conference. Are the Pistons much better than the Lakers?
I think the Pistons are better than the Lakers.
A lot better?
Not a lot better, but they're better.
Yeah. Okay, but I get it. This is in a vacuum, sure. This goes over here. He's moving his whole family for a little better? Like, this is what I'm getting at. Like, I'm not saying where he could or could. I'm saying where he is most. He's going to be back here. I really do.
I just don't see any other easy fit besides
it's the best fit.
Yeah.
It's the best fit, and I think the money will be mostly right.
If you take his agent at his word, people are interested. We'll see.
Well, an agent would never.
He's also trying to bump that money up from other sources.
But that is the one thing that I think keeps him grounded here. You can't get that time playing with your son.
No, his daughter's what, in 6th grade?
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
I know.
That's not nothing.
But Tom Brady gave up his life to go back to play football. Just saying.
And he's divorced.
Yeah, just saying.
Tom's in a different situation.
Win again, stay home.
Yeah. Get a divorce, half my
Win
stuff,
again,
or
stay
don't.
home.
Yeah, or don't.
Brady got the ring.
Well,
he's lost another one in the process.
He's got 3.5 because she got half of it. Yeah, that's the way that goes. Yeah. All right, we got a little DeAndre's going to talk about. We're down to the conference finals, D.
Right, baby.
Cannot wait for tonight's Western Conference Game 1. That's coming up. We're done at 5:30 because Game 1
Don't
is
tell
coming
anybody.
up as well. So DeAndre's going to get us ready for that. Coming up next, it's DeMarco and Trav, ESPN LA.
Hey, I got to tell you something about our friend Oral Hershiser. Come hang out with Mason and Ireland, the Mason and Ireland show featuring Beto Duran and Marcus. You didn't tell me you're going to be there, Marcus?
Yeah, I'm going to be there.
My man, Thursday, May 28th from noon to 3 in Chino City Hall for the Oral Hershiser Chevrolet grand opening. Way to go, Oral. This dude. Better businessman or pitcher? You tell me. Or push. Oral
Push.
Hershiser.
How about a push?
How about a push?
How about a push?
Grand opening celebration, going to be fun. Join Dodgers legend Oral Hershiser, special guest, community leaders, and much, much more for an exciting afternoon celebrating Chino's newest dealership. All thanks to Hershiser Chevrolet. See you there.
The personalities you know.
The teams you love.
First down throw, right side screen. Puka with blockers. The 10, the 5. Now they're cooking with gas. Touchdown Puka Nacua. Touchdown LA. From down 21.
The teams you love.
The station you spend time with every day.
LA's mega sports station.
ESPN LA 710 and the all-new ESPN LA app.
Located in the heart of downtown Los Angeles, Crypto.com Arena is pulling back the curtain and unveiling new behind-the-scenes VIP tours presented by Delta Airlines, which offers an exclusive look inside one of the world's most iconic sports and entertainment venues. Expert guides will lead small groups through spaces that have hosted legendary sports championships, world-renowned concerts, and epic awards. Guests will also explore the VIP areas and experience the arena's latest renovations. Visit CryptoArena.com/tours for more info.
Rams fans, D-Far here. The Rams are making history in 2026, heading to Melbourne, Australia to face the Niners. You can be there. I've teamed up with True Fan Travel to hook you up with the ultimate fan experience. Game tickets, hotels, exclusive events, even a chance to meet me all in one package. This isn't just a trip, it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Spots are limited. Don't wait. Visit TrueFanTravel.com right now and secure your spot. That's TrueFanTravel.com. See you there.
Department of Public Social Services is committed to keeping you informed as H.R. 1 brings major changes to CalFresh, Medi-Cal, and other essential services. Our goal is simple: to provide clear, timely, and appropriate information so you and your family can stay updated. Visit dpss.lacounty.gov for resources and multilingual support. That's dpss.lacounty.gov. Knowledge is power, and we're here to help you navigate every step.
Hey, Laker fans, when the energy rises, it's time to keep moving forward with a career-focused degree at National University. Take your best shot with NU's Believe and Succeed Scholarship and score up to $6,000 annually towards a bachelor's or master's degree. Flexible 4- and 8-week online courses, online options, and support like free tutoring and virtual mental health counseling. NU is built for busy lives. Apply by July 31st at nu.edu. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey guys, the regular season is wrapped and the NBA playoffs are finally here, and there's no better way to cash in on the high-flying hoops action than Prize Picks, a preferred partner of the NBA. Every bucket, every dime, and every win means more when you're playing on Prize Picks. So don't pass up your next shot with Prize Picks and get $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5. And right now, it's the Do It Live 2026 NBA Finals Sweepstakes. Pick live squares during NBA playoff games, and you can win a trip for two to the NBA Finals. To enter, you just make a $5 lineup with at least one live NBA player pick during any part of the 2026 NBA playoffs. Live player picks are picks made after a game is already in progress. So do this. Download the Prize Picks app today and use the code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y, to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y, to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, a preferred partner of the NBA.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-687-5192. That's 800-687-5192. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-687-5192.
You're hanging out with the Rams Super Bowl champ and Sweet Tea.
You got my back. Come on.
No, I don't.
You got my back on
Let
this.
me be very, very clear.
Yes,
I
you
do not have your back.
More DeMarco and Travis right now.
The thing that got me about the MVP this year, well, you had Wemby at number 3.
Yeah.
Wemby at number 3. But how can you argue if Jokic is your number 2? He's still that dude.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's one of those things where we're going to look back on this probably the last few years, right, and realize that there's a handful of guys that could have won it every single year. And I know this vote wasn't particularly close, but you're going to look at Wemby when he's done, SGA, Jokic, Luka, and it's going to be like, this league was loaded with talent.
Oh, yeah.
And you still had LeBron at 40-something years old still playing amongst the best in the league.
That's true.
Luka finished fourth and had an incredible season.
Big time.
That's how deep the field for MVPs were, is that SGA wins and no one's really stomping their foot that hard saying that he shouldn't have, right? Had Wembanyama won, I don't think anybody's all that upset. Had Jokic snuck in there through some weird thing voting, you'd have been like, yeah, okay, that's how. Like, there were 4 legitimate candidates. You just usually don't get that many really good players all playing at that high of a level for the entire season.
No, he gets the nod. SGA does. I mean, he's the best player on the best team. And who was the guy that was out for most of the year for them? Their second best
Jay
player.
Will?
Yeah, and he put the team on his back, and here they are. And they played 8 playoff games.
J-Dub, yeah.
J-Dub,
Yeah.
8 playoff games, and they haven't broken a sweat yet. So, yeah, I'm not shocked that he won it.
By the way, do
yet.
You guys know who the last American-born MVP was?
Harden.
It was James Harden.
James Harden.
James Harden was the
You
last.
mean Eastern Conference Final participant James
That
Harden?
is right.
That
Trey.
James Harden?
That is exactly right. So I have a question for you guys because we saw the San Antonio Spurs close out the Minnesota Timberwolves, and that was no game whatsoever. But there's something interesting that happened during that game. There was 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and by that time, Minnesota Timberwolves head coach Chris Finch, he pulled the starters out alongside with Mitch Johnson, who's a Spurs coach, starters out as well. But during the timeout, Anthony Edwards walks over to the Spurs side of the bench, and he gives a handshake to every single one of the coaching staff and the players. Now, a lot of people took it to social media. I heard the NBA on Prime crew, they were reacting to it. Udonis Haslem, and a lot of them were
Lit
saying,
him on fire.
you do not do that because you're setting the tone as far as how you are as a leader. And by you going over that, there's still 8 minutes left. These guys that are your role players who sit there and watch you and standing up throughout the entire game, they're clapping, they're cheering you on. And by you going over there with 8 minutes left, dapping up the other squad, and it's cool because at the end of the game, they're going to do that regardless. Congratulations, way to advance to the next round. But how do you guys feel about a superstar of that caliber or just a player in general heading over to the opposing side while you're down and getting ready, pretty much losing the series?
Well, you can probably guess how I feel, right?
Yeah,
That's the worst and the wrong time to do that. I get. The only thing I don't know is why he did it. Now, if you're doing that to send a message to your own team and ownership that we need to get better, was that some sort of silent protest? I don't know, but it's still the wrong optics. Your leader going over there conceding when we got 8 minutes on the clock, that is everything against what we're trying to do here.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that, too. Again, it's 8 minutes. After the game, you can do all that. You can hug guys. You can shake hands, whatever. Let's play this out, especially to the point, you got guys that are still out there fighting on the floor, right? Yeah, the chances of you coming back, slim and none, but let's at least play this thing out.
That part that you said, and you mentioned it too, D, it's the 5 guys that are out on the court that it's most disrespectful to. Those guys are out there competing. Are they going to win the game? Almost certainly no.
And your coach.
Right. And your coach and everyone else. Wait 8 minutes. Wait for the game to end. Walk over there. I'm fine that he's a, air quote, good sport, and he's willing to congratulate his opponent. I don't have a problem with that at all, but let the game end.
At least he didn't.
Even if there'd been 8 seconds and he just wanted to get the hell out of there and real quick, hey guys, I'm going to dip, and just dab some guys up. Fine.
Yeah.
But dude, there was almost the entire fourth quarter to go.
If you want to walk out like the bad boys, walk out. But
Yeah.
wait till the game's over. But they tried to bring LeBron into this because LeBron did it when he was with the Cavs.
Oh, that's
Golden
Golden State, and LeBron James checking out.
But that makes sense.
That
He's
does
leaving
make
the
sense.
floor.
He's leaving the floor, yeah.
He's leaving the floor, and I'm dapping everybody up, and he daps the bench and goes,
that's different.
This is different. Yeah, I mean, bad move. Don't do it.
I think it's a bad move, but I also don't think any less of Anthony Edwards.
Not
It's
at
just
all.
it's one of those, hey, come here. That was bad.
You know what?
You're good. That was bad.
When you said the Minnesota Timberwolves, for LeBron James, that's the first thing I thought of. Tell me that guy doesn't need some leadership. Somebody else to be on that. Hey, man, that might not be the best thing to do. Just for the optics.
And I think that's what the frustrating part is because they're looking at Anthony Edwards to be that guy for that team. You're the superstar of that team.
Right.
You set the tone, and we understand that
For
you
better or for worse.
Yes, and we understand that you played really, really well. You understand you're dealing with knee injuries. You were not 100% healthy, but they're looking at you and they seen you do that. It's like, come on, man, wait till after the game.
You know what's crazy? And this you're talking about that, and I like Anthony Edwards. He's a good player. He's fun to watch, those things. And in the grand scheme of things, this is not a big deal, right? It's a bad look. It's something that he'll learn from, hopefully, and it won't happen again. But when you think about, LeBron, we've been talking nearly a quarter of a century, and we never talk about this kind of stuff with him. You know what I mean? Just the thing, the big miss in some people's eyes was the decision. Okay. Really, in the grand scheme, really?
And how long ago was that at this point,
Yeah,
too?
exactly. Almost 20 years ago.
$1 billion, yeah.
Right. And it's and that's the thing you're going to sledgehammer him with for the next 2 decades? Really? That he has so few instances where it's oh, remember the time he did that? No. He just doesn't have them. And almost every player does. You have all this stuff that he's had a reputation that has been as spotless as it has.
I can't remember
remarkable.
LeBron ever getting in a fight. See?
No, nothing that springs to mind.
I've even seen Carmelo Anthony throw punches.
Yeah.
They weren't very good, but
that's where he was backpedaling, trying to get up the runway a little
weird,
bit.
But I've never seen LeBron getting the dust up. Not even that, or like a bad hard foul.
No, that's
not even that. Yeah.
No, but the rules are very different now.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
this is
Like,
true.
had they been able to Jordan rules him, then maybe he comes out swinging one of those times.
Kobe got nasty. Shaq definitely did.
Yeah.
There's one time LeBron got it with someone. It was Isaiah Stewart, like a few years ago.
Oh,
Did he throw hands?
Yeah.
Remember that's
he
when-
did throw
Oh,
hands.
you're
He did throw
right.
hands. He
You're
did throw
right.
hands. It's like a center court.
See, I had to think about it. Thank you. Okay.
I don't remember that.
So Austin Wright lost him. It did happen.
Isaiah
Yeah.
Stewart plays for the Pistons, and that's when Westbrook was still on the team with the Lakers. And they were trying to separate Isaiah Stewart, and the Pistons coaching staff came back, and that's when he was trying to like fight through and run through everyone, and everyone was like trampling over and falling down because he was literally trying to run after LeBron.
Yeah.
Vaguely, not really.
Backing everybody. It's hilarious.
We got a little tip or no tip is coming up next. Marcus is here on a Monday. It is DeMarco and Travis, ESPN LA. So, look, I'm going to tell you about Valvoline Instant Oil Change. And I'm going to tell you about Valvoline Instant Oil Change by telling you what not to do, right? You've gone to that other place, right? We've all been to the other place, and it's not good. You sit there, and you sit there, and you sit there, and there's a magazine from like 2004 that's sitting there. It's missing a page. It's got a piece of gum sticking in it. Just the whole thing's that coffee pot that's been there for 5 years and it's falling apart. It smells bad, and the coffee's burnt. None of this at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. At Valvoline, you stay in your car nice and safe while the expert technicians go to work on your ride, making sure that it's absolutely at its best. Whether we're talking about an oil change, tire rotation, wipers, lights, all sorts of stuff. Just pull up, drive in, and drive out in about 15 minutes. In that weird little back room that they stick you in, you don't have to do that at Valvoline. That's your front seat of your car. You can close your eyes, you can take a nap for 10 minutes. You can stare at your phone. You can check out. You can look at your YouTube or Netflix or whatever it is you want to do. And at Valvoline, you can have the peace of mind knowing that before you hit the road for Memorial Day, your car's running at its absolute best. There's one right where you are right now. 80 locations in and around Southern California to help you get ready. Visit SoCalOilChange.com for one of those 80 locations and to grab yourself a coupon for your next Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
ESPN LA may sound one way on AM.
But you know where it sounds best?
You guessed it, crystal clear digital audio.
Crystal clear digital audio on the all-new ESPN LA app.
Just search ESPN LA wherever you get your apps.
And you can always watch LA's mega sports station live or on demand on our YouTube channel at ESPN Los Angeles.
Introducing our new Chili Crisp Dumplings, a spicy twist on a Waba favorite. Bold, crunchy, and tossed and fiery. Chili Crisp. That's our new Chili Crisp Dumplings. Get them today, only at Waba Grill. It's for you.
Collectors, Promo Card Show is back at the Pasadena Convention Center, May 23rd and 24th. Biggest show ever!
Baseball, football, basketball, and hockey cards.
Plus Pokemon, Marvel, Star Wars, and comic books.
PSA, CGC, and JSA will be there.
So bring your cards, comics, and autographs to sell, trade,
Or get them graded. 770 tables.
thousands of dollars in free prizes. Don't miss it! Promo Card Show, Pasadena Convention Center, Saturday and Sunday, May 23rd and 24th, 11 to 5.
For more info, go to PromoCardShow.com.
That's PromoCardShow.com.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNLAcontests.com.
That's ESPNLAcontests.com.
Every 40 seconds, a child is reported missing. That's 2,000 children every single day. It's a heart-wrenching reality that we can no longer ignore. Find the Children is a non-profit organization dedicated to helping find missing kids. You can be a part of their mission by donating your unwanted vehicle, running or not. Call 1-800-294-0222. We guarantee that you will receive the maximum tax deduction. We provide fast, free pickup with 24-hour response. Call 1-800-294-0222. Find the Children provides crucial resources to help find missing children and educational materials to teach kids how to recognize and avoid predators. Our recovery programs have a proven track record of reuniting kids with their families. It's time to act. Donate your unwanted or unused car. Help us build a world where every child is safe. Pick up the phone and call 1-800-294-0222. 0222. Together, we can bring these kids home safely. This advertisement was paid for in partnership with Cars R Us and Find the Children.
And it is the DeMarco and Travis afternoon show. 4 o'clock in the Southland. You know what that means. Time for Tip or No Tip. Tip or No Tip. With producer Laura. Tip or No Tip time. Take it away, producer Laura.
Thanks, Chris. All right. I'm so glad Funches is in here because I feel like this hits home for him.
I'm here.
You are here. So I just saw on Twitter on MLB, you and a friend have 9 innings to complete this 128 ounce nacho bucket for the Diamondbacks. So it's 128 ounces of a nacho bucket. Okay, I know you were trying to do the 999 challenge, D-Far.
128 ounces?
Yes, 128 ounces. It should be up on the YouTube screen.
So just basically a big bowl of cheese.
Look at this. It's like a huge
I'm in
bucket
it. I'm in it to win it. I'm in it to win
so
it.
You and a friend or by yourself, would you be down to try this? Tip or no tip? You would be all in on trying this bucket.
I'm 100% out, no tip. You know what 128 ounces is? That's 8 pounds.
It's a lot.
That's 8 pounds, of nacho cheese. No, thank you. Hard
but it's you and a friend. That's
you
only
and a
four,
friend.
That's only 4 pounds.
No.
See,
no.
Hard
pass.
What I think is going to fool everybody, because it's ballpark nachos too, which means it's going to be a layer of cheese on the top, and at some point, you're just eating chips.
All chips.
It's just going to be
8 pounds worth.
chips. You're just going to you'll get like the layer on the top with the cheese and the jalapenos and the sour cream, whatever else. And then it's going to be 6 innings of you just crunching away on tortilla chips.
Oh, soggy chips are my favorite.
It's so weird.
I'm all tip.
I love soggy chips.
Are you tip?
I'm in it.
See,
tip?
I'm
Yes,
with you.
please. Let's
I
go.
can handle 4 pounds of nachos.
I like to eat as much as the next guy, but I don't like feeling gross when I'm done eating something.
I'm also pretty much convinced Major League Baseball is trying to kill its fans.
Yeah,
With
well,
just
this is a good
food
start.
items that they. I mean, I don't know if you saw the Nationals have the hot dog fries. Have you seen this?
yes.
I did see that.
Yeah.
That,
dog
The
fries.
shoestrings.
Yeah,
the
they
shoestrings.
take them, they cut them like shoestring fries, hot dogs, and then they fry them. And yeah, that's a.
Dip
Travis.
them in mustard and throw it in?
I'm sure you can.
It was like a
You know what else
ranch,
you
a
could do?
Chipotle ranch.
Eat a hot dog.
I brought this up for Trav, and he was like, "Nah, man,
No,
I
it's
want a hot dog."
What? Look, I like hot dogs, but I don't need to like spiral cut them until I can just eat a hot dog.
You don't
It's
need
fine.
like a Michelin
I
chef
don't-
worthy hot dog?
I don't need to overthink a hot dog. I need a little mustard, a little onions, and I'm good to
Right,
go.
okay.
We don't need to overthink this too much. Yeah. What's next, Laura?
All right, Funchy's gonna take the next one.
All
right, guys. DeMarco went to Sizzler, and I went to a franchise or just a restaurant I've never been to like in a long time, or I've never been to this place at all ever. I went to Old Spaghetti Factory in Monrovia. On 210 on Friday night, me and my wife. I've never ate there before. I've always wanted to go, and I begged her, like, hey, I want to go eat there. She finally gave in. We went to go to get it takeout. It was good. It was okay. I liked it. You know, is there any tip or no tip? Is there a place, a restaurant, or food franchise you guys never tried, but you guys always wanted to try? Travis.
I'm sure there are. Nothing's coming to like. I would like to try some of those fancy. Like this is a bad example because I've heard it's just absolutely dreadful. But like Tavern on the Green in Central Park in New York City.
Been
like,
there.
Have you?
Yeah.
I've heard it stinks.
It's not like anything to write home about.
Yeah,
But it's
Tavern
very-
on the Green.
But it's very romantic.
That's the thing. Like
Yeah.
I would like to check the box to have checked the box there, but no, nothing that jumps to mind. But
got
I'd like to
one.
go fancy.
I passed it up on the way to Sizzler, and it's in the movie Casino. It's the restaurant he walks out of right before his car
Get outta
blows
here,
up.
no.
It's like Luby's or something? What is
No.
that one? What is it?
Tony Roma's, a place for
Oh,
ribs.
I've been to Tony
It's
Roma's.
I have
fine.
never been.
Oh, you would like it.
It's Really? fine.
Yes.
There's one in Anaheim.
You would like it. Yeah,
Okay.
because I know you like ribs.
Yes.
You would like Tony Roma's.
Okay, I've never been in there. I've always wanted to go.
It's Sizzler, but for ribs.
That's what I thought. It looks just the same. Okay.
It is.
Okay.
It is. Now, you're not going to walk out of there saying that's the best ribs you've ever eaten in your life, but you'd be like, yeah, those are fine.
If
Those
I
are
want
good.
ribs, go to Tony. Okay,
like
thank you.
Bunchie's review of the Spaghetti Factory, it was fine, which I think tells you all you need to know.
That's it.
You got to try it one day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so hot take. People are gonna kill me for this, but I remember I really wanted to try Nobu.
Oh, yeah,
that's
I
good.
think
That's
a
fine.
Great example.
I really wanted to try that place, and my friend and I went for his birthday, and honestly, it was okay. Like, for what, like, I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm saying for what you pay for and what you get in return for that money. I mean, like, I can get something somewhere else, but you go for the experience,
Wonderful
right?
experience.
Like, I went to the one in Malibu, and then we went last year for Christian's mom's birthday, and she was like, "Okay, this was fine, but y'all spent so much money, and none of us are full. Like, we want food."
I was just going to say, DeAndre, I used to go to Nobu during the earring phase of the Marco.
I really want to go there. That's a perfect example of what I'm talking
You've never been?
I've never been.
Take
I would
Susan.
like to go.
Honestly, yes.
Yeah.
I would still say go.
I got 2 places I've never been to, and don't laugh at me, okay? I've never been to a Cracker Barrel. I've always wanted to go, and also a Waffle House.
You ain't missing much. You
So
ain't missing
one,
much.
Cracker Barrel's, you don't really need to go.
Yeah.
Waffle House, and I was saying this during
Must
the break.
go.
I have an unhealthy fascination with Waffle House. Like, whenever there's one nearby, you can guarantee that I will be there.
What's your order?
Okay, so I get the hash browns.
Yep.
Scattered, smothered, covered in chunks.
Oh. Yep.
So it's like on the grill with onions, cheese, and ham. That's it.
There you go.
Yes.
Waffle.
And a waffle and coffee.
I get side of grits. Come on now. Let's go. And a waffle.
I actually have a Waffle House.
An interesting choice.
So good.
I
Oh my God.
talked my way into a Waffle House visor. Like, I
What?
Did you really?
Because like he was like
Like
I
the
wanted
ones like the cooks
the
wear?
cook with the WH, right?
Yeah.
Like, I would go to Waffle House and I would just talk to people and be like, "Hey, can I get a visor off you? Whatever." They wouldn't give me.
You've done something.
I wrote to the company and
Yeah.
offered.
Wow.
They would not
They won't
sell
give you
me
one.
one.
You've done
I was
something.
like, I have American
Yeah.
Tinder, and they would not sell me
They
one.
won't do it.
And somehow, I remember telling this story to a random guy I was talking to, and he's like, he lived in Texas. He's like, "I'll get you one." And like 3 weeks later, a Waffle
Showed
House
up.
visor
Wow.
showed up at my house.
Wow.
Cracker Barrel fudge. It's the nacho bucket of what we're talking about.
Oh, come on,
It's
man. Don't
huge
ruin my dreams.
No, it's huge portions. You will leave incredibly full, and you'll be like, "Yeah, I'm good."
So it's like the Cheesecake Factory of breakfast.
Nah,
Not as good.
No, it's not as good.
Okay.
Not as good.
Yeah.
You're not
Golden
missing.
Corral was the other
Yeah.
one that my friend was like, "You need to go."
Oh, I'm
and
dying
we went.
to go there.
Okay,
Really?
we went like forever ago before I had my weight loss surgery. Bro, I walked in and I was like, "Why? Why? This place is trash."
All you
Like,
can
I
eat
no.
is
I kid you
almost
not. I asked my
always a
wife, "Can we
miss.
go there for my birthday?" She
No,
said no.
no. She's a good wife.
I'm
She's
not
a
lying.
good wife.
Because I want to knock it off the bucket
She's
list.
a good wife.
Then your wife vetoed your birthday
She
dinner.
did.
It's
She
tremendous.
did.
I love her.
Nothing
Yeah.
against Golden Corral.
Yeah.
It's just not a birthday joint.
It's definitely not a
go
birthday
someplace
joint.
else. But yeah.
You got it. Yeah. No. Not for me. Not for me. Not for me. All right, you got your first top 10 of the football season,
We're going to do
DeMarco?
a top 10. Why not? It is football season, right?
Well,
It is football season,
for
right?
you.
There's football
Yes.
players doing football things on a football field.
They're not the scoreboard's not on yet.
That
That's
means
when I
it's
start
football
paying
season.
attention.
So yeah, we're going to do a top 10 fantasy since Marcus is here,
Okay.
and we're going to do running backs today. Should be fun.
Running backs coming up next. DeMarco and Travis, ESPN LA.
The home of Rams football. And now the home of The Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon. KSPN Los Angeles. A Good Karma Brands radio station.
Hey, Laker fans, when the energy rises, it's time to keep moving forward with a career-focused degree at National University. Take your best shot with NU's Believe and Succeed scholarship and score up to $6,000 annually towards a bachelor's or master's degree. Flexible 4- and 8-week online courses, online options, and support like free tutoring and virtual mental health counseling. NU is built for busy lives. Apply by July 31st at nu.edu. Terms and conditions apply.
Rams fans, D-Far here. The Rams are making history in 2026, heading to Melbourne, Australia to face the Niners. You can be there. I've teamed up with True Fan Travel to hook you up with the ultimate fan experience. Game tickets, hotels, exclusive events, even a chance to meet me all in one package. This isn't just a trip, it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Spots are limited. Don't wait. Visit TrueFanTravel.com right now and secure your spot. That's TrueFanTravel.com. See you there.
Collectors, Promo Car Show is back at the Pasadena Convention Center, May 23rd and 24th. Biggest show ever! Baseball, football, basketball, and hockey cards, plus Pokemon, Marvel, Star Wars, and comic books. CSA, CGC, and JSA will be there. So bring your cards, comics, and autographs to sell, trade, or get them graded. 770 tables, thousands of dollars in free prizes. Don't miss it! Promo Card Show, Pasadena Convention Center, Saturday and Sunday, May 23rd and 24th, 11 to 5. For more info, go to PromoCardShow.com. That's PromoCardShow.com.
Hey guys, the regular season is wrapped and the NBA playoffs are finally here, and there's no better way to cash in on the high-flying hoops action Then Prize Picks, a preferred partner of the NBA. Every bucket, every dime, and every win means more when you're playing on Prize Picks. So don't pass up your next shot with Prize Picks and get $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5. And right now, it's the Do It Live 2026 NBA Finals Sweepstakes. Pick live squares during NBA playoff games, and you can win a trip for two to the NBA Finals. To enter, you just make a $5 lineup with at least one live NBA player pick during any part of the 2026 NBA playoffs. Live player picks are picks made after a game is already in progress. So do this. Download the Prize Picks app today and use the code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y, to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y, to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, a preferred partner of the NBA.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Next time you're at my home away from home, LAX, look up. You'll see the future of travel in action. It's the all-electric Skylink train. It's now testing, and trust me, this is a game changer. What does it take to build a champion? It takes round-the-clock preparation. And soon, Skylink will connect you to the airport terminals, the new rental car center, and LA Metro. From practice to prime time, the LAX Skylink. Fast, free, and built for LA. In testing now to help you skip the traffic later.
Hey, LA County, it's time to vote. Return your ballot early at any official ballot drop box. Visit plan.lavote.gov to make your voting plan today. That's plan.lavote.gov. Brought to you by the Los Angeles County Registrar.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying. Just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
The NFL schedule dropped, and it is time to settle up, people. There's road trips to plan, hotels to book, tickets to split, tailgates to cover, scores to settle. All the things for the season. But now, when you send $10 or more to a friend with PayPal by May 28th, you could win 2 tickets to every home game of your favorite team. Yep, the whole season. Visit paypal.com/P2P sweeps. No purchase necessary. See website for details, including how to enter by mail. Brought to you by PayPal, official peer-to-peer payment sponsor of the NFL.
You're hanging out with the Rams Super Bowl champ and Sweet Tea.
Feeling awesome. Yes. What's up?
Afternoons with DeMarco and Travis rolls on.
Guys, what the heck is going on out here?
Back to the guys.
Picked this song for a reason. We're about to get into it. When I shared my top 10 list, oh my God, did these guys go crazy. I can't wait. So how do we get this to build up the drama? I'm going to give you my number one guy. So this is my top 10 fantasy running backs for 2026. And I think it was John Ireland. Nailed it right off the top. Number one is Bijan Robinson. Anybody want to fight that?
Nope.
For the Falcons?
Nope.
I will not fight you on that.
The best thing that ever happened to him was being separated from Arthur Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gets the chance to be used, especially in the red zone.
When I saw him against the Rams last year on Monday Night Football, I'm like, oh, boy, we got a problem.
Bro,
yeah.
If there was anything for, like, bringing back the running back to the forefront, it was that game.
Yeah, he was terrific.
You get one of those dudes, it's easy to beat anybody. I bet his touchdowns go up. I think they dropped from 14 to 7. They did. He's going to have more than that this season in 2026, especially with your boy gone. You keep bringing this guy up. Algier is gone.
Yep.
So there is no backup. You are the bell cow. All right, I'm going to start at number 10 then and work my way up. I think Kenneth Walker is going to have a fantastic year for the Chiefs.
Wow.
Because I think he has to. I really do. Think who's
Take
going
some pressure off Mahomes.
Who's going to start for them while Mahomes is getting ready to come back? It's going to be Fields, right? Which means Kenneth Walker is going to get a lot of run. What do you think of that?
I think the only concern I would have if Justin Fields is starting is that a lot of those short dump-off passes that might go his way end up in Justin Fields' scrambles.
That's true.
That's the concern.
Very true. But I think there's more there because he doesn't have to split carries with Charbonnet now.
True.
Yeah, I mean, you're brought in to be the guy, so I bet he turns into the guy. I think he's got a lot there. Number 9, and I think you like this dude, DeAndre. I've heard you mention him, I think. I like Omarion Hampton. from the Chargers. I know he missed a good chunk of time last year, but he started out like gangbusters. And the Chargers really did a great job of fixing their O-line. So I think the run game, and you know what Harbaugh's about.
Sure.
Ground and pound.
Grind it out.
And they brought in Mike McDaniel, their offensive coordinator. They're going to run the ball.
And the Chargers O-line was not healthy between Joe Alt and Rashawn Slater. Those guys are going to be coming back as well.
Absolutely. Better O-line means better running back. Okay, so here's where we go. Let's see. Let me go back to the top because I want to save that one for a minute. My number 2 back on this list, I'm going to jump around. I got Jahmyr Gibbs as my second best back. He doesn't have to split carries anymore. Jahmyr Gibbs. He doesn't have to split carries with David Montgomery. I thought this dude, once they figure out how good he is, look out world, look out league.
Yeah, he's scary.
And he can catch out of the backfield. Yeah. Anybody want to fight as the number 2 back?
No.
And running backs?
Nope.
Your thoughts on Jahmyr Gibbs? Anybody?
He's one of those guys that when he's playing against your teams, scares you.
Absolutely.
Right? And there's only maybe right. There's like maybe 8 or 10 of those guys in the league that every time they have the ball, you're like, this is going to be a problem.
Yeah. Home run hit.
Home run hitter, and Gibbs is definitely that.
Absolutely. Sign of things to come. I would say 1,500, and he'll probably catch somewhere between 75 and 85 passes from Jared Goff, who is entering the check-down phase of his career.
Yeah.
I don't want to get hit anymore. Here, Mr. Gibbs.
Yeah. That means he's maturing.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm done getting
You know what? You know what sucks? Getting that guy's helmet right underneath my chin. I think I'll just throw it over there.
You get it.
Yeah.
I'll stay over here.
Yeah.
My third back, and I think this is the one where we kind of started. I got Jonathan Taylor.
I think in terms of talent, I don't really have an argument with you there. I have concerns about the Colts offense just generally, but I think if you're just talking just straight up talent, I think Jonathan Taylor is a top 3 back, is no doubt.
No doubt. I think he's going to be helped by better quarterback play.
Well, Daniel Jones had a great year until he got hurt.
Right, that's what I mean. I think he's going to be helped by better quarterback play. And again, same thing with Jahmyr Gibbs.
Just real quick
Jonathan
before you
Taylor's
move on.
A problem. Go ahead.
So just so we've had 1, 2, 3, it's Bijan, Gibbs, and Taylor, and there's still a couple of names and then you went from Walker and Hampton at 10-9.
Well, I'm trying to say,
I feel like we're missing some names in this thing that should have been said near the top of this list.
Well, I'm trying to save the big one for last. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me just round it up. So number 4, James Cook.
Okay.
Shocking, right? He's only 26 years old.
Yeah.
Seems like he's been around longer than that, right?
100%.
Well, and the Bills last year, like, they paid him. They're like, okay, we're going to use you like we're paying you like a workhorse back. We're going to use you like a workhorse back.
How different do you think they will be that McDermott is out and they have a new head coach? Or do they just basically Josh Allen the you-know-what out of this thing all over again? Like, go do your thing, win us a bunch of games, and then we'll go from there.
I think the Buffalo Bills are like a hockey team. The coach ain't it. It's all about Josh Allen. You can't coach him. You can't coach out of him what you think is going to make the team better.
Right.
You have what you have. But I think James Cook is going to be the great balancing act for them. So I got him as number 4.
Can I just have a question about that?
Shoot.
So Joe Brady stepped up and took the head coaching job. How much of a, as far as the system-wise, how much does that change? Because he played under he coached under Sean McDermott. Is he going to have the same schemes, like similar to Sean McDermott? Is he going to have a whole new system?
I assume that's why they hired him. So you don't have to change much. You can hit the ground running in training camp. You don't have to worry about terminology switches and whatnot. It's just a different voice.
This isn't a perfect comparison, and obviously the team I'm about to mention didn't do this ultimately. They stayed the course, and it worked out very, very well for them. But I do believe that there's something to be said for sometimes we just got to change something. There's something that doesn't work, and the Dodgers were on the 1-yard line of that with Dave Roberts, and then they started to win the World Series. And now Dave Roberts is going to the Hall of Fame. But it felt like was it Dave Roberts' fault? No. Do they needed to make a change? And going into the 2024 season, it's like, I don't know, man. If they lose in the first round again, you got to do something different. And I think that McDermott kind of fell into that same category. Like, Josh Allen was awesome, but just things would conspire to beat the Bills. Last year, they were less awesome. Allen had a bad game. But it didn't feel like it was a bad job by McDermott. It just felt like we got to do something different.
It just wasn't quite working. So let's just shake it up.
Same as what happened with the Jets and what was the old coach from the Niners? Big
Robert
guy.
Saleh.
Robert Saleh. It's just your main guy is the quarterback. And when he loses the voice, so does the team. So sometimes it's better if you switch. All right, here we go. So I got 5, 6, and 7, and 8 left. Here are the 4 names, and then I'll tell you how I have them ranked. I got Devon A-Chain from the Dolphins, Ashton Genty, Saquon Barkley, and Christian McCaffrey. I have him in that order.
Christian McCaffrey.
I just know that you've been sipping on some haterade. Like I knew you were like. That's why you're dodging and dancing around this whole thing.
Well, okay, I got Genty. Same reason. I think the Raiders have really bolstered their offensive line. What was the center they signed? Linderbaum.
Tyler Linderbaum.
Going to go a long way. And they got a rookie quarterback they just drafted. Plus, Kirk Cousins is there. There's going to be a renewed effort or a renewed offense and a renewed effort to run the football. So I think Genty is really, he hasn't forgot how to run the football. Awful rookie year.
Has Christian McCaffrey?
This will be better. Okay. Then I got Saquon Barkley at number 7. Mr. Special. He's a bell cow back. He's a throwback. That's why I have him there. The reason I have McCaffrey there at number 8, he's 30. Name a back that was actually pretty good after 30.
Adrian Peterson?
Derrick Henry.
1, 2. There's not that many. Most of them fall off by the time they get to 30. McCaffrey is special, but he's hitting that age to where they start to slow down. That's the only reason why I have him at number 8 in my top 10. It's not like I'm dissing the guy. He's just number 8 in my top 10.
I see that smirk, that little bit.
Little
haterism in there.
Just so I'm clear, you think it is not disrespectful to Christian McCaffrey to be behind A-Chain and Genty?
They're 22 and 24 years old.
I understand that. The man's got a resume, though.
I got you. And he does have a resume of injuries, too. That's why he's down there. That's what I'm saying. If Christian McCaffrey got hurt and missed half the year, would you be shocked?
No.
Exactly. That's why he's my number 8 guy.
Nor would I be surprised if Ashton Genty was like, yeah, we're just, I don't know, man. We're not playing him anymore.
I don't think he's that bad.
No,
I think they were bad.
I don't think he's bad. Yeah, I think if we're talking, especially if we're talking fantasy, I think the problem for Genty is the Raiders are going to be playing from behind a lot, which means whoever it is, Kirk Cousins, Fernando Mendoza, is probably going to be throwing the ball 40 times a game, and that might hurt him in the long term.
But see, I think the game plan for them is to make that as long as possible, which means you're running the football in the first half. You're trying to slow the game down. You know what I mean?
Keep the ball away from the other team as much as possible.
Ball control, which means running game, which means he's going to see a lot of carries.
Laura, just make sure that on May 18th that somebody flags this, because when we get to about week 8 or 10, I think we might need to readdress this.
Okay, and when I'm right, bring it back as well.
Yeah, when you're right, we'll erase the tape and say, tomorrow.
If you were right, the tape got lost.
Oh my God! See, that's how it goes. Okay.
All right, top athletes, big moments. We're talking about one night. We're talking about the OC Sports Awards, hosted by me, Travis Rogers, June 18th at Angel Stadium. Celebrate greatness and be part of one of Orange County's premier sports night. Get your tickets right now at theocsportsawards.org. I'm going to give you that again, theocsportsawards.org.
I tried to, people, where's Kyron in all this? I would have put Kyron in the top 10 if it wasn't for
Blake Corum?
Yeah.
Blake Corum, they're going to split carries all year long.
What if you take them both? I don't know much about fantasy football, Mark. Isn't that the handcuff situation?
It's a handcuff situation. Although, here's the thing. I think Blake Corum, what you would like out of a handcuff guy, is a guy who has some standalone value, and Corum could have that this year. He could.
How do you factor in bye weeks? When the guys have bye weeks?
Yeah, I don't spend a lot of time on that. I try not to load up on too many guys with the same bye weeks, but sometimes it just happens. And in those cases, if you have half your team out, you just take the L that week.
Okay. I mean, I don't play a lot of fantasy, but if I did, Bijan would be the first guy.
Oh, no, I don't think you can get too many arguments about that.
No, not at all.
McCaffrey's the first guy. I'm not going to lie to you. McCaffrey was
even ahead of Bijan Robinson.
Because McCaffrey, I take in consideration of the receiving yards as well and him moving out, to the slot.
You don't worry about the age at all?
A little bit.
Age and injury history?
For me, because this is part of what I do and I'm a sicko, I'm doing mock drafts and that sort of thing right now. McCaffrey's kind of going mid to late first round. Bijan, Gibbs usually top 2 in a lot of things. And I think Robinson's going to catch a lot of passes because their options at quarterback are Michael Penix and Tua Tagovailoa, and it's going to be a lot of just panic throws to the running back.
I totally forgot that Tua wound up in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And
he might win the job.
I know. I know. That's a little scary. You guys ready for a little last man standing?
Sure.
All right. So this is on theme for yesterday/today. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander won the MVP award for the second consecutive year.
Wow.
He became the 14th NBA player to have won the MVP in consecutive seasons. All right.
14th.
14th. So
Okay.
Shea is off the list. There are 13 remaining players.
God. Okay.
Okay. Marcus, we will start with you.
So we'll just take the layup with Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan won the MVP from 1991 to 1992. He is on the list. DeMarco.
Oh God, I'm lost already. Nash.
Steve Nash. 05 and 06.
Oh, bam! There we
Steve
go.
Nash is
Okay.
on the list.
You better miss some.
Laura.
Well, he took Jordan from me, which was obvious. Bill Russell.
Bill Russell won the MVP award from 1960 to 61 to 62 to 63. Four consecutive years in a row. Bill Russell is correct. Bunch.
Jokic.
Nikola Jokic, back-to-back seasons, 21 and 22, is on the list. DeAndre.
Ah, man.
These are all big names.
I'm going LeBron James.
LeBron James is on the list, who has done it twice. LeBron James was the MVP in 9, 10, and 11, and also, 9 and 10, and then the MVP also in 12 and 13.
Good Lord.
So he did it a couple of different times. All right, everybody made it through round one. Marcus.
Hakeem Olajuwon.
Dream.
Hakeem Olajuwon is not on the list.
Okay.
Marcus is out with Hakeem Olajuwon. DeMarco Farr.
Wilt Chamberlain.
Of course, Wilt Chamberlain. What is the name of this game, guys? What are we talking? Wilt Chamberlain is always on the list. Of course, Wilt Chamberlain. Wilt Chamberlain, 65, 66, 67, and 68. So he had a nice little run on his own regard. Laura, back to you.
I've used my lifeline.
Yeah.
Curry.
Huh?
Curry.
Steph Curry, of course. Steph Curry, 2015, 2016, back-to-back MVPs. Back to you, Funch.
Larry Bird.
Larry Bird is on the list. 1984, 85, 86. Three consecutive seasons for Larry Bird. Back to you, DeAndre. Consecutive MVPs.
Oh, man.
We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 names left.
I'm going to go with Duncan.
Tim Duncan, 2002, 2003
On
is
it.
on the list. Tim Duncan is in there. DeMarco.
Diesel.
Shaq did not win in back-to-back seasons.
He did not win in back-to-back
He
years.
did not win in back-to-back years. So DeMarco is out. Marcus is out. Laura, it is back to you. We've
Okay.
got 1, 2, 3, 4 names left.
I honestly don't think I'm going to make it past this round, but whatever. Magic.
Magic Johnson is on the list.
Yes.
Magic Johnson was the MVP in 1989
Oh, my
and
God.
1990.
I just opened the door for
Back to back. Bunch to you. We got 3 names left on the list.
Jeez, man. Oh, man. Let's see. Boston Celtic.
You got one,
Laker.
DeAndre?
I'm done after this.
4,
3.
3.
Bob Cousy.
Bob Cousy is not on the list.
Okay.
He is out. We still have 3 names left. It goes back to DeAndre. If DeAndre gets it wrong, Laura can walk away with a win.
No, I mean, come on. The ball nowhere me. Let's be real.
Nah, this is a tough one. I'm going to go current. No, I don't. Who cares? Giannis.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, 2019 and 2020, back-to-back MVP awards. 2 names left on the list. One of them you guys should know, and one of them, it's a deep cut.
Yeah,
Laura.
like I said,
I
I'm
think
not
the one
passing
became
Devin.
obvious. Okay.
DeMarco's on it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
5, 4,
Giannis was my other
3,
choice. So.
2.
No, I'm not.
One.
I'm not gonna do it because you already
Yeah.
told me. I would have cheated.
Yeah. All right. DeAndre gets the win. Laura is out. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar did it 2 separate times, from 71 to 72, and then from 76 to 77. He won back-to-back MVPs twice. And the last name on the list, the last person that we did not, and this is one of those, he's also on another weird list that has more than just 2, but he happened to get 2 in a row. Moses Malone was a back-to-back MVP in 1982 and 1983.
I will say I'm very disappointed in all of us for not saying Kareem. And then when you did I was like, oh, crap. But I was like, I can't.
When you said Magic, you were on it right away.
Oh, my God, I forgot about Kareem. You know what's funny?
We went around the track twice before somebody said Wilt Chamberlain. Right. I'm like, guys, what is this game? Like, what do we do every time? It's always Wilt Chamberlain.
Nobody said, you know what I thought about? Remember that thing with LeBron and the game ball passing Kareem?
Mm-hmm.
It's almost a shot at Kareem that you're not celebrating that somebody passed him.
Okay. I hear what you're saying, and I think you're right.
It just dawned on me.
It's such a weird amalgamation of awards, like regular season and postseason wins. It's incredibly impressive. But if it were one or the other, I think it's more impressive. That together, it's felt less meaningful.
Okay.
And clearly, everyone else felt the same way because nobody talked about it when it happened.
Nobody ever counted. I don't remember Kareem, becoming the all-time winningest guy. I don't remember that day either.
No,
but yeah.
I don't know.
I just think it's weird now, like when we add postseason stuff into it, like counting stats, just because there's so many more playoff games now than there were before, too.
Very true. Yeah.
Is there a name on there that jumps out at you that does not belong? Let me just real quick: Russell, Chamberlain, Kareem, Moses Malone, Bird, Magic, Jordan, Duncan, Nash, James, Curry, Giannis, Jokic, SGA.
No,
Nash is probably the outlier in that group, I think.
Yeah, I'm with you on the Nash one. And Nash is a Hall of Famer,
Phoenix
great
was
player.
balling then, though.
But he just, because there was one of those years where it was just kind of like, I don't know that he necessarily deserves it.
Yeah. Those 2 years he won MVP,
Shaq,
he dominated.
Kobe's
too,
another one.
Yeah.
Children's Hospital LA's biggest event of the year is back. Walk and Play LA brings the community together for a fun-filled day supporting kids who need life-saving care. Enjoy a scenic 3K walk, plus music, games, and activities for all ages. Join us on Saturday, June 6th at the Santa Monica Pier. Sign up at ESPNLA.com. Join Team ESPNLA, and you can use the code PLAY, P-L-A-Y, to save $10. Visit ESPNLA.com to learn more. NBA Western Conference Final coming up next. Marcus, good job today. We will all see you tomorrow.
Going to Sizzler.
Collectors, Promo Card Show is back at the Pasadena Convention Center, May 23rd and 24th. Biggest show ever!
Baseball, football, basketball, and hockey cards.
Plus Pokemon, Marvel, Star Wars, and comic books.
PSA, CGC, and JSA will be there.
So bring your cards, comics, and autographs to sell, trade,
or get them graded. 770 tables.
Thousands